explain it on the show is crazy.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, the fact he has to explain on this show is crazy.
Nah, bro, because every time we
Man,
talk
we
about
4 minutes
Mo
late. Y'all
Alex,
talking about some L host? Damn.
we was
Nah,
waiting on Mookie. It ain't even on Doug. We was waiting on Mookie.
Come on, let it be the L host. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Oh, we do
But-
gotta invite him. Duh,
God, by
but-
who?
Danny.
Oh, Danny Dimensions. I forgot.
Yeah, let me send the
about
link.
Danny
I'll send the link.
Dimensions.
I'll send the link.
I think I follow him. Yeah, for sending it because I think.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. I think.
Who's Denny?
Let me
You
tell
know,
you.
Danny's
Let me
somebody
tell-
that has.
He want to come talk about Emmitt Smith with me, bro.
Yeah. Nah, let me tell you how. I think it was the last Wednesday show. Some dude's hitting up the chat, sending a chat like, "Yo, yeah." He said, "I'm gonna see you on Monday, bro, so we could kick it up on the show." In my head, I'm like, nobody told me you was coming on. What you mean? You inviting yourself on the show or something like that? What's going on with this?
Yeah,
I had to explain to Dub in the chat, like, no, bro, like somebody asked Trent to be on, and Trent
he
said,
asked Trent.
He asked Trent, and Trent was like, "I'll ask Dub." It wasn't like,
Yo, Danny, type your IG
oh,
again,
yeah,
bro. I
come
can't
through,
find it.
come through.
Just know this chat. I'm big bro in here. Trent's little.
Big bro, man.
I'm big bro. I'm big.
Get it.
Nah, but real quick before we get into let me for those of y'all in the chat, because I feel like some of y'all just watched the TikTok, started watching the show, and y'all do not understand the context of the Mo Alley Cox take that I had. So
Yeah, what was the context? On that?
so the context was Dub over there. He was being nasty about Matt Ryan and Ryan Tannehill because you know he hate Ryan Tannehill. So we were going down. We were going down their situations. We were going down their situations, and I was saying, "Well, look, Matt Ryan got a Michael Pittman Jr. or Jonathan Taylor," and so I said, "Does Ryan Tannehill even have a tight end as good as Mo Alley Cox? Because you know at the time that's their tight end one." And the way Dub clipped it, he took out all that other stuff before it and just started with, "Oh, I don't think the Titans have a tight end good as Mo Alley Cox." So the way it comes off is like I'm caping for Mo Alley Cox.
But you said a tight end as good as Mo Alley Cox, like he's good.
And then we talked about Austin Hooper because I think Austin Hooper
He's been better than Austin. He's been better than Austin Hooper.
That's just
because Austin Hooper been trash since Atlanta.
And then that
ever
dude,
since he left, he
and
been
then
trash
that dude,
to me.
and then that dude showed what the other tight ends was doing on that team, which was better than Mo Alley Cox. You a nasty boy, bro.
I mean, I don't use season production.
Yo, Dub, he about to join.
Yo, you're so gross, G-Baby.
Mo Alley Cox
Did anyone just hear what G-Baby said?
I didn't hear it actually.
I ain't even here.
Please repeat yourself, G-Baby.
No, I just said, I was like, I mean, are we going to use one season of more production to determine who's better? Or are we going to look at their overall games?
Listen. There's two things. There's two things I gotta get off my chest, man. Number one, Dak better than Herbert, bro. From 10.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Tahiri, stop talking to sport, bro. Nigga, sing that.
Yeah, Dak not top 15.
Look at Dak. It's not
What you
even
mean, G-Baby?
top
Talk to
tier.
us.
He's not top 15. We went through it and reevaluated and looked at some things. I'm not gonna hold you. He's not top 15.
He not top 15. Dang.
No,
Name
he's not
one.
top 15.
Who
He's
better?
at 16.
I got to hit him
Who
names.
better?
I got you.
Top
I
15.
Gotta hit them names, man.
I wrote the list down just to make sure I wouldn't forget.
Wow, you
Mahomes,
reevaluated.
Burrow, Herbert, Allen, Lamar, Rodgers, Brady, Jalen Hurts, that generational talent, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, Tua, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones,
Whoa.
Kirk Cousins,
Whoa.
and Matt Stafford.
Whoa.
And Russell
Matt
Wilson,
Stafford's
man.
definitely better. Matt Stafford's
Did you
better.
say Russell Wilson?
Russell, no.
Yeah, I'm not giving
give me
Russell
Russell.
Why not? Why not Geno Smith?
Ah,
He played better than what Dak did against.
Hey,
San
what did G
Francisco.
Baby just say? Not about 1 year or whatever. Yeah, he
Thank
lost.
you.
I mean, I feel, but who performed better this season?
Wait. Matt Stafford, that's crazy because man,
Hang on, Matthew Stafford's crazy, G Baby.
Yeah, he isn't even.
Matthew
I
Stafford's
said-
not.
y'all-
Matthew
y'all-
Stafford's not. Wait.
Cowboys fan.
We're not doing this BS.
Oh
We're not
my
doing this BS.
God.
No. Hold on.
No,
You're not
no.
doing this BS as if it's crazy to say Matt Stafford.
I'm
is
trolling
better
you,
than
Doug.
Dak
I'm
Prescott.
trolling you. I'm trolling you.
Oh, your brother's not. Your brother's not.
wait, what happened?
You
You're
said Matt
crazy.
Stafford was crazy.
You
Yeah,
say
Matt
I'm
Stafford's
saying
crazy.
Matt Stafford as of right now is crazy because his elbow is cooked and he's
Yeah.
probably not gonna play ever again. And if he does, he's going to look awful for the rest of his career because he literally has an injury that's pretty much career ending. If we're talking about like better career, okay, yeah. But come on.
Last season, Stafford.
I think
better,
he's
though,
been
right?
better than Dak. I think he's been better
season.
than Dak up until this year.
Okay.
I don't think there was ever a time Dak was better than
I would
Stafford,
agree with
so.
that.
Who y'all
Yeah, I
taking?
feel
Dak?
you because
Who
his
y'all
elbow.
taking? Dak
I
or
think his
Tua?
elbow is done too.
Tua.
Dak.
Tua.
I'm taking Dak.
I'm taking Dak.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking
that one quarterback.
I'm taking Dak.
I'm taking Dak.
Tua.
Taking
I'm
Dak.
taking Dak.
Not good. And I'm
If
tired
you
of
just want to say no to Tua because his brain is scrambled right now, I understand.
No, because he's a better. Dak is a better quarterback.
no.
Tua is a
Why
one-rate
you think
quarterback.
Dak's better right now?
Oh wait,
Dak's
Trey,
just better.
what are you saying? You said Tua was what?
I'm not taking Tua because Tua literally had 2 years of being absolutely terrible, had 1 year of being serviceable, and then got his brain scrambled. Like, Mans is not good. People have been trying to force this Tua thing on me since he was basically a freshman or a sophomore in college. The reality is, homie has never been that good. The reality is, Alabama quarterbacks have been so pedestrian for 30 some odd years that we finally got a quarterback at Alabama that played in a spread system who was able to hit wide open receivers. And now people are like, oh yeah, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, sir. He's an above average college quarterback and y'all screwed it up. Y'all thought he was like that because he was throwing to Devontae Smith, Jerry Jeudy, freaking Jalen Waddle, and Henry Ruggs.
Damn.
I have.
He just cooked you. He just cooked Bama. Where's Bama at?
Hey, so I have two things. One, what is that? Mid. But my biggest gripe with everything that you just said, sir, is the middle guy right here. Because when I said the same thing about Tua, oh, he had a coach that didn't believe in him. Oh, he was hurt. He had a bullshit. And he's sitting right here.
It's
true.
That's
Hold on, Trey, hold on.
Keep that.
You know when you're the 5th pick overall, the new coaching staff is supposed to believe in you.
Not if you stop.
How do you know someone sucks after 1 or 2 years though?
If I walk out there and I see you every day at practice,
because I saw Tua play 12 games and was 25-8, and anyone else 25-8 was damn near Justin Herbert's.
Oh, that's like
that's buddy over here. So season stats over here. Look over there, Justin Herbert, number 2.
We can have a conversation
keep going,
about too, because I'm not the biggest fan. What? Right now we're talking about too.
Yeah, that's right now. This is before the bro. I can't trust a quarterback. I can't trust a quarterback like Trey said.
But no, go ahead.
Hold on, let Nick get this off.
I can't trust a quarterback who's been injured for 4 straight years. I just can't. And he has concussions too, which is even worse.
Hey, your boy did have two. I mean, your boy did have Reek and Waddle. So I'm just saying, you brought up.
Didn't y'all call Mike Williams top 30? Weren't y'all the ones that said he was a quality receiver?
Are you comparing? Wait. Time out with you. Hold on, G baby. Time out with you. Are you comparing top 5 to top 30?
Oh, I'm not talking about Tyreek. What?
So what are you talking? Why are you talking about Mike
coming
Williams?
into this year? Y'all was big.
What are you talking about Mike Williams for? He's top 30. Okay,
no, he's not.
Wait,
y'all thought he was a quality receiver. Hey,
he is.
He got a top 10 receiver, a top 10 quality receiver over there. And he got a quality top 30 receiver over there. Y'all
being quality does not make you an elite player.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I know he's trash.
Like, you can be a quality player, meaning that you're a good starter, and not be elite.
Tua's not elite.
I mean,
hell no.
Tua's not better than that. Tua's not better than that.
I never said Tua's not better than that.
Tua's not better than that at all.
I just want to know what y'all think Dak Prescott is. Like, I don't know. Cowboy on the show last week got
better than Tua, bro.
Dak Prescott to me.
Tua's a one-read quarterback.
Who's Dak Prescott? You Danny Dimensions.
I would call him a slightly above average quarterback. He is who he is.
I think
slightly above average.
I think that's selling him a little bit short.
No, I think he's a good quarterback, very good quarterback, solid quarterback. But when it comes down to the big games, he can't win the big games. And he's proven
That's
that.
fair.
He's proven that. But
He's
he's a stat sheet stuffer. He's top 10 all time in passer rating. That's more than Tom Brady. That's more than a lot of people in history. That's more than Steve Young. So, I mean, when you look at it from a statistical standpoint, yeah, he has the numbers, but when it's all said and done, people are going to say, "What did you do when the game is on the line?" And he has not shown up yet. Now, granted, this year, freaking the receivers are trash other than CeeDee Lamb. Like Gallup is trash. Noah Brown trash. Yes, G baby, trash. Trash.
Noah Brown is not trash.
That
Noah
is
Brown
not
is not
what I
good.
was hearing about this receiving core coming into the
Nah.
game.
That Cowboy
I
dude.
never said they were that good.
What about
Cowboy
Lamb
dude,
then?
facts.
And
On
then
the second
No,
row.
CeeDee's great.
guy.
CeeDee's great. Other than CD,
What's that tight end? I think what's the name?
Schultz
Schultz.
is nice.
Oh,
Schultz
Schultz
is
is
good.
good too.
Schultz is nice. Like, come on. Like,
Pollard is a
He's a
good
tight end.
That's good. I'm just talking about from a receiving standpoint.
Talk about receiving
Receivers
core.
are trash. Bro.
When you have to pull, when you
Like
have
Amani, they should have never got rid of Cooper. Never.
but I just think that the
That
big
was
thing
the
that y'all
dumbest
missing.
thing ever.
I think the big thing that y'all missing out is consistency. Like when we looking at
No,
these-
yeah, for
when
sure.
we separated quarterbacks from being elite and great,
Exactly.
it's consistency. Consistency matters. And we're looking at Dak. There's no way I can sit there and put Dak at a top 10 elite, top tier quarterback because the main thing that he lacks is consistency. There's times where Dak looks pretty good. He looks like a above average quarterback, like you said. But then there's time he looked like what the fuck? He looked like a below average quarterback at times.
Right.
So, that's the thing. Like he has to. I mean, you could equate back to the day like 14, 15 where he was almost leading the lead in passing yards and stuff like that. But we talking about now. I mean, Dak consistency is don't surpass the other top quarterbacks in the NFL, and that's the reason why he's outside the top 10. And we seen it this game against the 49ers.
I have him at 11.
Since we're on this game about the 49ers and the Cowboys, I want to deep dive more into that. What were some takeaways from this game? Some X factors, some lining things that happened that y'all seen, and what was the deciding factors for this game?
The deciding factor is that Dak is whack. That's the damn deciding factor.
Dak played the gas.
They had the game in their hands, and Dak is fucking whack. Like he's whack.
The mistakes, the mishaps, all types of things.
Also, George Kittle is him.
Yes,
that
catch he made.
He is the Joe Burrow of tight ends.
No.
He is the Joe Burrow of tight ends.
He's not. No, he's not.
He not like
Travis
that.
Kelce is the Mahomes of tight ends.
No, he's not.
And
Stop
Joe
it.
Burrow is
No, he's not.
and George Kittle is Joe Burrow.
No, he's not.
Like,
he's not.
stop playing with George Kittle
Yeah, I
like
can't
that.
go there.
George Kittle like that. George Kittle like
dragging
that.
it. Yo, Trey, you see how you be dragging it?
He ain't Travis
let
Kelce.
me have it. Let me have it.
You see how you be dragging it, Trey?
You baby, you wilding right now. I need you to relax.
14 catches.
Okay.
14 of things. 14 of things.
Okay, cool.
Let's
Let's have this conversation because we were talking about this before we got everything rolling. Yes, Travis Kelce is slightly better in the receiving game than George Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
The second best receiving tight end, if you were to completely separate the blocking part, it's George Kittle.
Okay.
What sets them apart is that George Kittle is literally 245 pounds, runs 4.5, and he is essentially another offensive tackle in their run game. That is so much more important than what people realize. And people don't talk about it enough because it's not sexy and it doesn't show up on a stat sheet, so you can't keep track of it. But if you're the second best in receiving and the best blocker, and those are literally the two main parts of your job, when you put them together, that means he's the best.
Can I ask you a question?
So George Kittle's the best tight end in football to you?
Yes.
No.
Hell no. I just want to ask.
Hell no.
You think George Kittle? So you think George Kittle is the second best receiving tight end in the league?
Yes.
I don't even know if he's better than Mark Andrews. Like,
Shut up.
I mean,
Okay, stop it. I'm not
I don't
going
even
to
know.
that shit. As far as receiving, I don't know. TJ Hawkinson might be the second.
Nigga, shut up with that shit.
Get out of here.
I'm hating on TJ, man. Look, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor. Go put it on the tape and go look at TJ Hawkinson the second he got
What tape? We can put it on the tape.
That'll give him targets because he was not getting targets.
Bro, is he better than G-Baby? Is he better than Dallas Goedert?
Wait, hold on.
No, he's not.
No.
TJ Hawkinson.
I think the top three.
They're
Hold on, bro. The top three
interchangeable.
tight ends in the
Goddard,
league
better
is
they're
Kelce.
interchangeable.
Is whatever you put at number 2. Kelsey.
It's not whatever you put at number 2. He's the clear 3. Mark Andrews is not 2 at all.
Yes, he is. Mark Andrews'
He's not.
production.
Mark
Hold on. Mark Andrews' production. If you're looking at
Bro,
the
are you the
last
same
couple
person
years,
be like, oh, you're looking at stats. You
yes,
got real production now?
production matters. Production.
Oh,
and
but
talent
you're the
matters.
same. You're the same person who.
No,
always
it's not
say,
even
oh,
looking.
you're
It's not even looking at stats. Just look at production. Mark Andrews has been more.
Is production not
productive
stats?
Yeah, production.
No, I'm just talking about what production.
You're the same, bro.
Production is
Mookie,
production
before we
is
even go on this
bro.
You're the same person who. You're the same person.
Production
Somebody else
is
brings up
when
stats
what
for
you
their argument.
accumulate when
You
you
say,
on the
oh,
floor
you're looking
that
at
can
stats.
equate to
Now you're
winning.
trying to bring in stats.
When you look at that Mark Andrews, what he can do to equate to winning on a football field, he has been more productive than George Kittle. He's been more available.
He's been more productive on the receiving part.
He's been more available. He's been more productive in the last couple of years than George Kittle for a guy that's been missing games. And we're looking at the skill point of Mark Andrews. He's an underrated route runner. He's an underrated runner after catch. He's a great red zone.
Does not do that better than Kittle.
Stop. Let him go.
Like, come on, bro. Like, let's not do this, bro. This Mark Andrews a goddamn dog, bro. He's a goddamn dog. He's been performing like a top 2 tight end in the goddamn league for the last couple of years.
When you guys go through takes like that, I need everybody to be quiet. That way I can capture.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I got you. I just started thinking about it, and like I feel like we're underrating the value of Kelce. And the reason why I say that is because Andy Reid chooses not to use him as a blocker. Right.
Bro, stop saying that.
Oh my God. No. Because Trent, Trent, this is why. Because you are real quick to be like, oh, Kyle Shanahan. The reason why George Kittle doesn't go out that much is because Kyle Shanahan chooses to use George Kittle as a blocker.
I didn't say choose.
So why can't I say
choose
it's a choice? Is it not?
I never said it's choose.
Is it not a choice? No.
scheme.
Yeah, a scheme that. Kyle
Yeah, but he doesn't
Shanahan
choose. It's just that there's so many weapons on the field. He's not going to get the ball like that.
Trent. Listen, hey Trent, you're responding without listening to me. The scheme that Kyle Shanahan puts in place, is that not his choice to put in that scheme? Right? Is that not his choice? Kyle Shanahan is the head coach. He chooses to run that scheme, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he chooses to use George Kittle more as a blocker than as a receiving threat. Yes or no?
Yes.
So why can I then say Andy Reid chooses to use Travis Kelce more in the receiving game?
The difference is,
and I also saw Travis Kelce in the blocking game be a really good decoy. And he'll shift the defense, then boom, delay fade. Yeah. And he kept killing him. And killing him.
Are you dead ass?
It's effective.
Are you dead ass trying to compare delay fade to blocking? The fuck?
He's saying it's effective, bro.
First off, and the reason why I say you can't choose it, Travis Kelce's not a good blocker. If he was a good blocker, they would use him more. That's a bullshit.
See, that's what I think you're underrated. That's what I think you're underrated.
He's not underrated, bro. He's not a good blocker.
You're
in the NFL, bro.
Kelce's a pretty good pass blocker.
You're in the NFL.
I never said he was close to Kittle. I just said I think we're undervaluing. I never said he was close to Kittle.
What is he?
I think he's a solid blocker. He just doesn't get the opportunity, just like Kittle doesn't get the opportunity
because they use
show. No.
They use Kittle more for the receiver.
You're not listening. Just like George Kittle doesn't get as much opportunity to show his thing in the passing game. Travis Kelce doesn't get to show much because the Chiefs don't run the ball like that.
G-Baby,
when did you ever see the Chiefs run the ball like that?
That's not the case, G-Baby. Bro, if
That's
Travis
the case
Kelce was
for George Kittle all the time,
a lot more. You're not gonna be a good blocker. Not gonna be used, bro. That's
Trent,
not the case.
Are you not the same person? First of all, the Chiefs don't run the ball like that. Trent, aren't you not the same person that said if you switched George Kittle and you put him in Andy Reid's game, we would see him be used as a passer a lot more often?
He'll be using the pass a lot more because he's the only weapon too. But he would still have to block more because he's still an elite blocker.
You said that when Tyreek Hill was on the team, so he wouldn't be the only weapon.
I know that, but he would still be a second option compared to Debo, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk. There's mad options on the team compared to the Chiefs, especially right now.
So Isaiah Pacheco's not an option no more?
Who's the main target for the Chiefs,
G-Baby?
G-Baby, who's the main target for the Chiefs?
This year it was Travis Kelce. This year it was Travis Kelce because Tyreek Hill wasn't there. Who else they going to go to? Juju?
You said what?
This man said Isaac Pacheco. Okay,
No way you just said Pacheco.
I know we're not underrating Isaiah Pacheco
Let
now.
I didn't even hear him say that
record,
bullshit.
No
Go
way.
ahead,
Wait,
go
let me-
ahead, Trey. Go ahead,
Wait,
Trey.
let me go. Okay, G-Baby. You're right. Technically, what they're asking them to do in their schemes is a choice. However, the hole in your argument is just because they're asking him to block more because it's more of a run-heavy scheme does not mean that they don't send him out on routes. They do.
I got you.
He's he's literally their best pass catcher. Like he is. Like Debo is the rat guy, and they use him as a utility weapon. So he does get more targets because it's easier to find ways for him to get in space. But if you're talking about who's the best guy, it's Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'm not on.
Who's a better receiver on Kittle than on the
CMC, but that's a different conversation.
CMC is wild.
No, he's
CMC is
not.
wild.
The same dude that had 100 catches and 1,000 yards in a season.
That's not him right now. That's the Panther CMC.
George Kittle had
What you saying?
1,300 yards before. What are we doing?
He had
bro?
1,300 yards when he's close.
Dude, are you not the same person that says CMC has made all them catches out the backfield?
Oh, I think he's an amazing receiver.
Yeah, he
George
is.
Kittle, though?
Niggas,
Come on, bro. George Kittle is nasty, bro.
All right,
He is
continue,
a
continue,
nasty
continue.
receiver.
What I'm saying is this: the hole in your
I
argument.
can't wait to clip that.
Yeah, the hole in your argument is that just because he's being asked to block more, it doesn't mean that they're not trying to throw in the ball. The reality is they haven't had a quarterback that can consistently get him the ball. Like Jimmy Garoppolo has been below average. I don't care how many games he's won. He's been a passenger his entire career when it came to what that team actually is. He ain't driving the bus. Trey Lance is legitimately ass. Like,
we agree. Thank you.
Like,
You think he asked, bro?
like he's
He is Trent.
You know why? You know why I
They
have
don't
no
have no
faith.
problem getting the ball to Debo.
But you know why I have no faith in Trey Lance.
Don't do this with Debo.
You don't ask for Debo.
What about Brandon Ayuk? I mean, listen, when they
Brandon Ayuk has had multiple spots within his career where either he wasn't playing at all, or
I'm just talking about strictly this season. Like we looking at the terms of the passing attack. They're
Specifically
trying
this season, Debo is not even in this
Yeah, I don't know
conversation.
why
I'm looking at
why you brought up Debo for this season at all. I don't know why.
Yeah.
all I'm saying is this: just because they're asked to do different things doesn't mean that George Kittle still isn't that.
Man, just say it how it is. G-Baby, you tripping, bro. And you tripping for this reason and this reason alone. To act as if what Trey's saying is not correct is objectively wrong.
Oh,
George Kittle, along with being the second best tight end in terms of receiving in the league, on top of being a league world better blocker than Travis Kelce, that should put him over Travis Kelce in a lot of scenarios. But in a lot of people's eyes, for some reason, they want to ignore the fact of how crucial a tight end and being able to block linemen. They want to underrate that as if that doesn't impact the game at all, and just look at Travis Kelce paired up with Patrick Mahomes and having this is like his 7th or 8th straight 1,000-yard season, and they're sitting here like, you know what, with 12 tutties, then you know what, he's the best tight end, and there's no debate. It is a debate. It is a clear debate.
So Dub, I'm a pull at you right now. So first of all, Trey, I don't necessarily disagree with anything that you just said. Like, I get George Kittle the blocking, and if you
CMC will be one of the best slot receivers in the league.
I don't know how nasty I want to be today, so I'm gonna just say no comment.
Say yes.
Say no comment. I'm just say no comment.
Let it rock. Go ahead. Come on, G baby.
Say,
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
He will
Who's
be
guarding
the
him?
best.
Who's guarding him? Who's guarding him?
He will be the best. He will be the best slot receiver in the league.
Oh, he wouldn't be the best. That's Cooper Kupp, but you know,
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
and Tyreek Hill. But I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. You give Christian McCaffrey 100 targets out there. Hey, we'll see what happens. But anyway,
Man, this is the thing. Kelsey is more elusive than what's the guy name? George Kittle. Kelsey is a better route runner, a better catcher, and a better
He
red
don't have
zone
better
threat
hands
than
He does not have better
Yeah,
hands.
Yes, he does. He has better hands.
He does not have better hands than him.
No,
He has better hands, bro.
No,
He has
don't.
better
He's
hands.
not
He's a
better
better
than
route
Yak.
runner. He's a more
He's a
sleeper.
better
and
route runner.
and he's better at running after the catch. Now,
No, he's not.
Yes,
That's
he
George
is.
Kittle's best ability. He's not better after the catch.
he is better than running after the catch.
No, he's not.
No, he's
Yes,
not.
he
They
is.
just look at
I mean,
the
bro, you just arguing dumb shit. What I'm saying
No,
is this.
I'm arguing dumb shit. You just said dumb shit.
No, he's better.
I'm
He's better.
arguing dumb shit, and you just said dumb shit.
Watch the film.
What do you mean? Watch the film. That's George Kittle's best
Watch the
ability.
film,
How you
bro.
gonna tell me I'm arguing dumb shit and you're saying
I
dumb
thought his
shit?
best
Bro,
ability
because
was
he's
blocking.
better. That's what.
His
the thing.
best
That's
ability in the
why you
receiving
argue.
game is Yak. That's his best
okay.
ability.
Okay, I
And-
thought his
and
best
what-
ability was
what
blocking.
Kittle
That's why he's
can
better
do-
than Kelsey.
Kittle's the
Kittle-
best Yak tight end in the
Kittle,
league.
hold on. Kelsey can take
I don't know, TJ
a 5-year completion slant pass and take that bitch 10 to 15 yards downfield.
So okay,
And if
Kittle,
you
what
looking
are you
at
talking
and
about?
if we looking at terms of production, he clears them. Like what are y'all? What are you
Mookie,
doing?
you're Mookie. Stop saying
Talent-
that shit because you're the
talent and
same
production,
person.
he
When it's
kills
other people's arguments, you're the same nigga who said, "Oh, you're just looking at stats and stat watch."
Nah, but
Now you're trying to do
that's-
this shit for
That's
Kelsey,
the thing when we got a medical.
You the
That's
same
how
nigga
we
who
get
do
a
that shit,
complete
bro. Why you
judgment
doing this
about
shit
who's been more productive at their situation in the tight end position. And Kelsey has been more productive. He's
In the receiving
we-
game,
we-
yeah.
at the receiving end-
Michael
at the
Jordan,
receiving-
what the hell is you
Dub,
talking
can you
about?
Man, stop it,
highlight
bro.
Vamp's comment,
Stop it,
please?
bro.
Can you highlight Vamp's
Because
comment?
hold on. Before he played with Patrick
Exactly.
Mahomes, he played with a mid inconsistent Alex Smith.
Nigga,
Right?
he played with him for 1 year.
Hold on. He played with.
What are you talking about?
Tell me who
I
else
thought it
he
was
played with.
two. I
He
thought it
played
was
for
two.
1 or
Hold
2
up.
years, bro.
No, he
No,
did
I
not.
thought it was
Congratulations.
more than that.
He
Hold
played
on.
with him 1 year.
I
When did Patrick Mahomes came in the league?
How many? Okay, let's look it up.
Yeah,
How many
yeah,
times
we
did
gonna look
When
at
did
that.
Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes came into the league?
Let's see. Let's see.
Patrick Mahomes' first year starting was 2018. He
Yeah,
came in
2018, bro.
2017.
So how many times?
Okay,
Kelsey's
tell me
been in the
what's
league since 2013.
Tell me 2017, 2016, where he caught
2013.
over 1,100,000 yards, but damn near close to double
Okay,
digits.
20. Okay,
His
he first
rookie
started
year,
getting-
his
he started
rookie
getting his
year,
first
we're
two-
not gonna count
He
because
first
he
started
didn't
getting his 2Ks for 2 years, 2015 and 2016. The rest were
Yep.
under that.
All right, so before that's even before playing with Patrick Mahomes as well. And
He's
he was
never
playing
had a
with
QB.
inconsistent
Okay,
middle
George Kittle has never
quarterback.
had a QB as Patrick Mahomes. Point.
He
But
played
the
with
thing
Alex
is
Smith
that-
his second year in the league, Trey.
But hold on, but the thing is,
Nigga had Nick Mullins throw him the ball. And he had 1,300 yards. What are you talking about?
who?
Exactly.
What's your
Exactly.
point?
What do you mean?
That's
What do
a
you mean?
mute
Exactly.
point.
You said Travis Kelce had who?
No, you said he
no,
only played with
Travis
Alex Smith for
Kelce-
1 year,
Travis
and I said
Kelce
Travis
had-
Kelce played with him for 3
Three.
years.
Oh, it's okay, 3 years. But okay, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
I
bad.
didn't say
He had a
nothing
K.
about
He had a
I'm just
K.
addressing the point.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, he had a K for 2 of those years.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was playing with a game manager, Alex Smith, as well. So, bro,
okay,
stop
okay,
it.
okay,
Like
so
your
you're gonna kill
production,
Gio,
like I don't care with this argument of the quarterback because I feel as though if you put Travis Kelce anywhere, he's so great enough where his production is still gonna remain the same with any other quarterback.
And I can say, if you put Kittle on the put Kittle on the Chiefs, he'd be doing almost damn near the same shit. If he, like, just is what it is.
Because
I don't know.
I
I done
just
seen him
think
almost get 1,400 yards with Nick Mullins, bro. A fucking bum.
Nick
Imagine him
Hey.
with MJ Mahomes.
Hey, no,
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
no,
Nick Mullins a
no,
fucking
no,
bum.
no.
He
I,
is.
wait.
No, you're not.
I know we're kind of veering off, but I'm going to address the Nick Mullins and CJ. And somebody just said CJ Beathard.
Are you dead ass serious?
Just
right now?
hey, look. I'm
Bro,
gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now.
CJ Beathard.
Hey, I know I called other people this. Kyle Shanahan might be a quarterback whisperer.
Bro, shut up, bro.
Because look at look. Hey, Nick Mullins looked good with him. You know what I mean? CJ Beathard, they was losing. I mean, I'm just saying. Look, 3 quarterbacks this year: Trey Lance, Jimmy G, Brock Purdy. And
You
look where
said
they
he
at
looked
right now.
good.
And look where they. I didn't say CJ Beathard. I didn't say.
No, come on, Nick
Oh
Mullins.
wait, Nick Mullins. I said he looked. He looked.
I think
aight.
13
Maybe
to 10
good
is
I
was-
don't think.
Good was the wrong word.
I don't
Good
think.
was the
I
wrong
don't
word.
think
I
Kyle.
said he looked aight.
No, Kyle Shanahan is not a quarterback whisperer. I think what he's really good at, he's really good at building a lot of dynamic offenses that's predicated on building off of the run. Like Matt Ryan had his best seasons where who was it? Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman was going nuts, and they was playing off of that. They also had Julio and Matt Ryan there. Every season he's been on the San Francisco 49ers, it's been mainly a run dominant team, and the quarterback builds off of that run dominance. You know, that's not really a quarterback whisper to me. That's you know how to build a dynamic offense out of the run.
I'm only going to disagree with you because the offense, the way it's constructed, the reason why I do kind of agree. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. I'll definitely take Kyle Shanahan as the quarterback whisperer before I ever take freaking Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Me too. Me too. I agree with you on that. Yes.
G-Baby's gross.
That shit to me is still one of the craziest things that I've heard in probably 10
It was
years.
a troll.
It was-
I told them it was a troll.
Hold on,
I
Trey.
know Pete Carroll calls the
hold on.
defense.
Hey, Trey,
It was
Trey, hold
just
on, Trey.
it's just
Dub,
a
you know what he
compliment.
does, bro? You know what G-Baby does? When he say some outlandish bullshit about some
I know you're
quarterback
not.
whisper.
I know you're not. I know
Hey,
you're not.
hey.
You about to call me out for trolling? Do I need to pull
No,
out?
no, you can. Yo, I know I troll for
the
hellfire, but G-Baby, no, but G-Baby, but it's the annoying thing. So G-Baby, you mean to tell me every time you saying some shit, it's agenda pushing?
Not every time, but sometimes when I push my
That
agenda,
Geno
I
Smith,
gotta push my agenda.
that Pete Carroll, you wanted dead ass about that Pete Carroll shit? Be for real.
Bro, Pete Carroll
was
works
for
with the
real.
defense.
He was
Pete Carroll
for
works
real.
with the defense.
Oh,
Come on.
Now you know. Now you know. Get
He
out of
works
here.
with the defense.
Go ahead,
Come
go ahead,
on,
Trey.
y'all.
Go ahead,
Come
Trey.
on,
Go ahead,
y'all.
Trey.
All I'm saying is this: the way that offense is built, yes, it's run heavy, or I can't even say it's run heavy, but because of the way it looks compared to what other offenses look like in the NFL, we consider it run heavy now. But part of the reason why I'm so hard on Trey Lance is because he is a quarterback whisperer in the sense of his offense makes it as difficult for the defense as it possibly can be, while also making it as simple for the quarterback as it can be, which is very, very hard. He is definitely a quarterback whisperer, which is why I'm so hard on Trey Lance, because if you can't function in this offense, you have no shot. If you cannot function as a quarterback in the 49ers offense, you do not need to be in the NFL. Because as hard as I am about Jimmy Garoppolo and how bad he's been, he still functions in the offense.
Give him a few games, bro. He put like what?
But my thing is like, my thing is
Trey,
though.
I'm not trying to hear it. Trey Lance is not good. And
Bro, you can't get that nigga
no.
Caesar.
Hear me out. Part of the reason why he's not good is truthfully not his. It kind of is, but it also kind of isn't. The situation that he got into because of the pandemic and him having to come out because essentially he only played 1 year of college football, like that's really the reason why he can't function. He doesn't have enough games under his belt as a player. He doesn't have enough experience at quarterback for him to be able to function at this level. He still has gaps in his football intellect that he has to bridge for. He should still be playing college football right now. He should be a senior at North Dakota State right now. And I don't care how many people talk about how much easier it is to come in and be good right away. There is something to be said about the amount of games and the amount of experience you have playing at quarterback and that mattering, which is part of the reason why Brock Purdy was able to step in the way he has in this offense and be functional to above average, because homie played like 5 years in college. He was a 3-time All-American or some shit. Like he's a legit, he was a legitimate name in college football and he had a ton of experience. That's why he don't blink when you put him in the game. Even if he makes a throw that's like, bro, what the hell are you doing? He don't blink because he's been there before. He's used to it. And he thinks he belonged there because he has enough experience. Trey Lance is a baby. And in this league, you ain't got time to grow up. It's too late. It's either you show up now or you get the hell on. And he gonna have to get the hell on because he ain't good.
So do you think 4 games is an accurate measure to judge Trey Lance on?
I do. Can I say something about Trey Lance?
I do think it's an accurate sample size, even though it's small. If you're that bad, like if you're it's one thing if you make certain mistakes in pressure situations, like if it just gets really, really bad, and you make a dumb mistake or a rookie mistake, that happens. But if you can't operate like the offense at its simplest form, just get the routine shit down. If you can't do that, and this offense in particular, nah, bro. Because I watched the motherfucker go to the NFC Championship and throw 6 passes in the game, and they won. You can't even do that. Yeah, sorry.
Nick, what you
Also,
gotta say, bro?
you got to think about Trey Lance, right? 2019 was his only year of football, like full year of football since right now, and he only averaged 17 or 18 pass attempts a game that season.
Exactly.
The next season, COVID season, he didn't play. The next season, he sat behind Jimmy G, didn't play. This season, got hurt the first game of the season, right?
Yep.
Second, but
So another year wasted. So that's what 3 years in a row wasted. We were talking about Deshaun Watson coming back from a year. Trey Lance hasn't played football in 3 years, guys.
Yeah.
He ain't even playing the NFL.
And if Kyle Shanahan can't save him, I don't know who can.
Yo,
That's
Hey.
how
Hey, I know.
Yo, Trent just got filet mignon right now. I don't know about y'all, but Trent just got filet mignon right now. He just got sauteed. He's
How did I just get sauteed and I just let my nigga speak? What?
cooking you about some Trey Lance. Boy.
What do you have to say to that, Trent?
Nah, I'm just
Let's
saying.
see if
like,
you can
what?
save yourself. Go ahead.
But how did I get cooked and I just let my brother speak, bro? Y'all just
Yeah, because you finally decided because it's your brother. That's why you ain't interrupting.
Not gonna lie, that's a fact.
You'd be like,
That
nah,
is
but
a
G
fact.
baby, nah, but G
Nah,
baby.
G baby.
Bro, I'm just saying, like 4 games is OD,
yeah,
bro.
we here, dog. We
Right,
here.
right.
So Trey, were you the same way with Trevor Lawrence last year?
What?
Would you the same way with Trevor Lawrence last year?
Yes.
That generational talent.
Oh, you the same way?
Hey, wait, hold on.
Generational
Wait, G baby, I'm not gonna let you do too much with Trevor Lawrence because I will give it to him. After he pissed down his leg in the first half of that game, he got himself together and actually started playing like he needed to. But let's not forget, in that first half, he pissed down his leg.
Oh yeah, for sure. I said that.
It's kind of like popping.
And I came outside.
You gotta sometimes put it in there. You don't know what you're doing. Nah, it be like that. You don't know what you're doing real quick. You maneuver, and then as you start getting comfortable, you're like, you feel me? I know what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He was grabbing.
You want to know?
he had to pop it real quick. He had to pop it
You
real
want
quick.
to? You want to know how that game proved to me that he's a generational talent? Because he is literally the reason they was down 27-0, and then he literally was the reason they won 30-20, or what was
That
it,
makes him
30
a
to
generational talent.
31 to 30, 31 to
That makes him
30.
a generational
So
talent.
he literally changed. He literally controlled the entire outcome of the game. In his
Yeah,
I think you got to give some credit to play calling too as well. Like Doug Peterson is a very, very
He has to
underrated
perform.
coach.
He still has to go out there.
Yeah, but
Dougie P,
play caller can also hinder a quarterback performance as well. That's what I believe. When I've been taught to play the game. But yes, the play calling alongside with Trevor Lawrence played well. But I mean, sit there and say he's generational talent. I mean,
he was a generational talent coming out of college.
What makes him
He was
so
a he was compared
what
to
makes
Andrew
him
Lucky Payne Manning.
what makes
coming
him
out of
so
college.
special out of like what makes him so elite, so generational?
His natural talent to play the quarterback position.
I mean, when you're a generation, like you don't gotta be like
What are the natural talents?
like his height,
his arm strength,
arm talent,
Arm
like,
strength,
he's
arm talent, all that.
like literally 6'6", got the
He's
arm. He
very
has
mobile too.
Like,
Yeah, like he can run. He
man
can
can
run.
run.
Bigger than
What do you
people think.
makes
bigger
So
than
is Josh Allen a generational talent?
yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
G baby, no,
Fair
stop.
enough.
Yes,
He's a generational
yes,
talent.
he is.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Yes,
I don't
he's a
disagree. I don't
generational
disagree.
talent. He's
I just-
6'4". He has one
I
of the
just don't
strongest
call
I've
it.
ever seen in my life.
He's 6'6". Did you?
Yeah, he's 6'6". He has one of the strongest.
No.
I've ever seen in
Fair
my
enough.
life.
Fair
I'm
enough.
just
Fair
asking.
enough.
But since
I
we're on
Josh Allen was more of a project coming out of college.
but since
Where
we're-
like we saw it.
Wait. I'm gonna stop you again because you're doing too much.
How?
Josh
Was
Allen
Josh
is
Allen not a
overrated.
project?
Well, that's your man.
Josh Allen is overrated.
Was Josh Allen not a project though?
for sure.
Wait, yes, but you know who else was a project coming out?
You about to say
Trevor
Cam
goddamn
Newton?
Lawrence.
He was not a project. No.
Stop.
He was not a
Stop.
project.
I'm gonna let you look. Just hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out.
Because a lot of people have scoffed at me when I said this. I don't care because if you want to go back, homie got 2 years of film on PFF, and you can sit there and go watch the All 22, and you determine whether this dude was as much of a can't miss prospect as the media says he was. He wasn't. The reason why people started jerking him off the way they did, because that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. He beat Alabama as a freshman, and everybody is terrified of Alabama. So when he went out there and started beating they behind, throwing freaking back shoulder fades to Justin Ross, everybody was like, yep, He was the #1 quarterback in high school. He just beat Alabama. Yep, he's Andrew Luck. No, the hell he's not. Because for every throw that he had in there, the next year he also just threw bad ball after bad ball. And people just didn't talk about it.
Okay,
But
got you.
Do you still think he's a generational talent, though?
I do think he's a generational talent, but I think he's much more of a project than what
was Cam a generational talent?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So how many generational talents are in the league to you?
So we got basically everybody.
No,
basically everybody.
Is Lamar Jackson? Is Lamar Jackson? Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna go down the list. Right? I'm gonna go down the list. Is Lamar Jackson a generational talent?
Absolutely.
No,
yes.
he's not.
We're not about to hear about
I mean, we've seen a player like this before. Like,
was Michael Vick a generational talent?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
G baby.
Michael Vick was a generational movie.
No,
Michael Vick was a generational talent.
Wow.
Absolutely, he was.
So how is Michael Vick not a generational talent, but Lamar? What?
Or how
you
is
Michael Vick is and Lamar's not?
Guys, remember
what makes
Michael
Lamar,
Vick and Lamar Jackson.
I forgot about
Guys, he thinks Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson are two different quarterbacks.
Bro, what makes Vick?
Let's move on.
What makes Lamar generational? I just don't understand.
No, it's fine. Joe Burrow, is he a generational talent?
No.
Talent?
No.
Yeah, I can't say.
What the fuck? What is wrong with y'all niggas?
I don't know, bro.
Lamar's
a generational talent.
Let me go.
You're missing out with a generational.
It's coming out of college, Mookie, not just NFL.
Joe Burrow was a top 2 pick coming out of.
It's not coming out of college.
Generational talent, bro.
Baker Mayfield was the generational talent, and Joe Burrow not.
Baker Mayfield was a #1 overall.
Yeah, right now, but coming
Sam
Darnold coming out of college, he won the bowl.
What is it?
He did win the bowl.
What is a generational talent? Tell me what is define generational talent.
I'm trying to tell you. Hush, so I can tell you.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. When we say generational talent, we are not talking about production, because coming out of college, if you were looking at the production of a Josh Allen, there would be no way you would talk about this dude being a quote-unquote generational type quarterback. What made him a generational talent are his physical traits. What makes you a generational talent is being able to do things physically that other people can't do.
So what can Lamar do physically that makes him a generational talent?
Don't answer. No.
What is his
No. Guys.
Okay.
So he thinks Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson are two different quarterbacks.
They're literally.
I want to continue the list.
I'm just saying, like, physical abilities. I mean, I don't know how that makes somebody.
And his best receiver was a damn camp body.
No, I'm just talking about. I'm talking about talent. I'm talking about generational talent.
Nigga, do you see his legs?
His ability to take a run and go 80 at quarterback. His ability.
Hey, I got a question. Mookie. Do you think Tyreek Hill is a generational talent?
Yes. He's one of the fastest people in the league.
Lamar Jackson is literally Tyreek Hill at quarterback. He's literally Tyreek Hill at quarterback.
No, literally. But we're talking about
the big play,
talent. I mean, I don't understand why
that comes out of Lamar Jackson.
I don't even know why. I don't
understand Tyreek Hill quarterback.
I don't understand why you can't look at a talent perspective and sit there and say that Joe Burrow is not a generational talent.
You tell me why he's a generational talent.
Mookie, I have a question. Does Joe Burrow have an average arm or a great arm?
He has a good to great. I mean, it's not
great. Let's be honest. Joe Burrow's arm strength isn't great, bro.
Yeah, but he makes it up for his accuracy. He makes it up for his accuracy, and he's making it up for his thing.
Is Drew Brees a generational talent?
Watch he lie.
Yes.
He's gonna lie.
Yes.
No. He's gonna lie.
Yes.
He's gonna lie.
What are we talking about?
I
don't understand. Hold on. Y'all use generation. Hold on. Y'all use
generational talent.
Bro, y'all use generational talent as physical abilities. I don't think that makes a.
What do you think talent means? What
I'm talking about when I'm looking at talent, I'm talking about talent at the quarterback position.
Yeah, what do you think talent means?
So if you telling me Joe Burrow is not, Joe Burrow is not talented at that.
He's talented. He's not generational. That's what we're saying.
Oh my goodness, bro! What are we talking about, bro?
Drew Brees being a generational talent, right? J-Ro's a fucking joke.
Slow down. Let me.
This is crazy, bro.
There's a difference between physical talent and position-specific skills. When you're talking about accuracy, anticipation, feel in the pocket, like these are all things that Joe excels at.
Right.
These are position-specific skills. When we're talking about generational talent, that is literally the physical talent that you woke up in the morning with and you walk around with that bitch until it's no longer in your body.
And
That is
that's
what
Talent is natural.
Hold on, let me ask you something. Is Justin
Talent
Herbert?
is
Hold on,
literally
is Justin
natural
Herbert?
talent.
Is
Like
Justin
natural
Herbert a
ability.
generational talent?
Yes.
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 And Joe
Six.
Burrow is Joe Barrow is 6'5", 86.
No, he's not.
How tall is Joe Barrow?
Capping on height. Damn.
How tall is Joe Barrow? How tall
Hey, bro,
is
6'3".
What are you talking, bro?
How tall is
Oh
Joe
my
Barrow,
God.
bro?
My
He's 6'4".
nose.
All right, 6'4". We looking at a term of a talent as a quarterback position, and we looking at standing in the pocket, reading the defense. We talking about terms of accuracy.
I got a question for you, Mookie.
Really not simple. Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Since you said Drew Brees is a generational talent, right? Just for you, just off your logic, is Tom Brady a generational talent?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they're generational talents. If you have the talent, if you have the talent of a quarterback, bro, and you can produce, you can produce, and you also talented at doing the things that makes the elite or the top quarterbacks to excel in, you're generational, bro.
Wait, do you think? Okay, so let's go to like not a quarterback. Do you think DK Metcalf is a generational talent?
Yes, he's very
okay. Cool. Okay, so you're getting the gist of it, but like you're trying to like make it seem like Trevor
You
Lawrence.
don't understand it when it comes to quarterbacks. Which
I'm just trying to sit there. Your main point is to sit there and say generational talent is, physical abilities and part of that, being talented at the quarterback position. I mean, so by your logic, I think Ben Roethlisberger is a generational talent.
What the fuck? Did you just come?
No, what?
Wait, no, that's a great question. That is actually a great
y'all
question.
think Big Ben is a generational talent?
I can answer
because
that.
he has the physical abilities.
I can answer that. When he was coming out, hell yes. What are we talking about?
Y'all should G-Baby and Trent. Y'all should say yes.
No.
Y'all should 100%
I mean, how big is Big Ben? He is.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, he is like 6'6".
Yeah, he is big as hell.
Y'all should say yes.
Maybe I'm looking at it.
Yes,
Maybe I'm looking at it
To
hindsight.
y'all
what I'm
logic,
saying.
by the way, y'all.
Yeah, maybe just look at hindsight.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just looking at it hindsight because I don't know how old I was when he was coming out. So
So according to your logic,
That man was in the WWE. He was
Big Ben is a more generational talent than Joe Montana, according to y'all, because he's big body. Get the man, nigga. Stop.
Bro, do you not understand what Jimmy generational talent is, bro? You're misunderstanding. Bro, Mookie, what is a generational talent to you? We're talking about talent. A generational talent. We're not talking about producing on the field and shit. We're talking about just talent alone.
Yes, talent at the quarterback position. Be able to be accuracy.
You can find 100 Joe Burrows, bro.
Accuracy,
find 100
arm strength, reading the defense, putting footballs into tight windows, redirecting traffic at the quarterback position, pocket winners. All of that is part of talent, bro.
Generation, look,
part of talent.
But here's the thing, Mookie. Okay. You can find. Hold on, Trey. You can find 100 Joe Burrows. Like you can't find like 100 Lamar Jackson.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
It's in high school.
It's in high school. It's in high school. It's in high school.
You can't find 100 Cam Newtons.
I got what 20?
You can't find
20 quarterbacks that play just like Lamar Jackson, bro. In high school, bro.
In high school, what are you talking about high school for? We're talking about NFL.
Name me one. Name me one.
We're talking about NFL.
If you high school player, if you a mobile quarterback and you listen,
that makes you generational.
No. I'm not. No, I didn't say you generation. I don't sit there and say that. I don't use that logic that y'all using. I'm just sitting there and saying that according to y'all, that means Rodgers not a generational talent because Rodgers not a big body. He's not physical.
Nigga, you're missing. That's where you're missing.
Stop.
There's a few. Hold on, Trey. There's a few super chats I want to get to. How is Josh Allen a generational talent? Because his 6'6" with a big arm and can run. That was literally Wentz pre-ACL. Y'all use that word too loosely. A couple more I want to get into. A couple more. Couple more I want to get into. Give me 1 second. Lamar would never blow a 27-point lead. Her bust ain't better. But then this is the last one right here. You guys are describing a generational athlete, not talent. being a generational talent.
Can I go real quick? Because me personally, what I've been saying, and like I kind of understand like where Trey and like Dub, you were asking a couple questions. I kind of understand where y'all was going. Me personally, I felt like Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and Trevor Lawrence coming out of college were the three that I looked at as like generational talents. We know Mahomes came into what Mahomes could be. I know he wasn't viewed that highly. I'm in Texas, so I've gone to Texas Tech games and saw Mahomes play. So I thought he could be good. I always thought he was number 2 behind Deshaun Watson, not no Mitch Trubisky. However, like I look at those and I consider them generational talents. I think you can still be elite and not be a generational talent, but I just look at like your talent, natural ability, like the stuff that God just blessed you with when you came out the womb.
You don't think IQ could be a natural ability though?
Yeah, like
I think it's more of a I think
naturally have
I'm answer. I mean, arm strength too.
Because the reason why I think it's more of a skill than a talent, because IQ can be learned. You can learn the game of football and get better with it as you go. There's some when we talk about talent, like for example, there's some people that are just never going to be the fastest. You can train as hard as you want. Yep. You can do everything you need to, and you're never going to be faster than some people because some people are just naturally gifted with speed. It is what it is. You can train, you can get better as much as you want. But if you don't have that natural talent in you, sometimes you're just not going to be better than the dude. It's okay though, but it is what it is. Yeah, what's up?
I would be willing to argue though that there's some players that will never be as naturally smart as other football players. Like there's some people who go out there and they just have a knack on how to play football. They just have a feel have a understanding of the game as soon as they get on there. And that's with every sport. You just know how to play. You know where to place the ball. You know how to accurately throw the ball. Like that's something that's a talent as well. So I don't know.
So why my final rebuttal. So my final rebuttal would be yes, I get where you're coming from. However, like because for example, Tom Brady, at least in my opinion, wasn't considered a generational talent coming out, but I think he got better. He ended up being the GOAT. He was a 5th round pick, if I'm not mistaken. Sixth, whatever it was. But he eventually worked up. He got smarter. He got better. He became the GOAT. You know, so you can still do that. You can eventually be better than other people that have that natural ability because we see natural ability become bust all the time. You know what I mean? I remember they were calling Josh Rosen, Chosen Rosen in college. That was a thing that was going around. You got Mel Kiper saying Will Levis is QB 1 or 2 right now. And I think he's trash. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like,
but that's what Mookie's saying. That's what Mookie's saying. Like, even Joe Burrow, even coming out of college and everything, like, that's a guy that everybody knew he was going to be the shit.
He was
everybody knew
but Joe Burrow, I mean, if like to play
to sit there and say
Joe Burrow really only had that 1 year. Before that, it was kind of like me personally.
No, but I'm just saying to sit there. I'm just sitting there saying to produce that in college and that translate into the NFL, and that translates to.
It was insane. But
I'm just saying that do that in college and that translates to the NFL. And if you're looking at the talent that he possessed at the quarterback position of being one of the best pure pocket quarterbacks in the NFL, that's generational because it's very, very. It comes in once in a generational lifetime where you barely see quarterbacks that have that. You can't teach accuracy. You can't teach arm talent. You can't teach the ability to fit. Put footballs into tight ones. Those things that you can't teach, bro. So,
all right,
no, you can't.
Let me
anybody will do that.
Yo, y'all nuts, bro.
That's crazy.
All right, last point, Trey, and then we'll move on.
And then, Dub, do we want to talk about the Emmitt Smith shit later on, or we want to talk about it now?
Nah, we'll get it later on because there's a lot of playoff games to get back onto.
I'm just gonna say this: when I'm saying the things that I'm saying, I'm speaking from a scouting perspective. You can talk to me whether you think it's wrong or not, but this is how the league and how scouting in general just operates. When you're talking about IQ, certain intangibles like people's toughness, leadership. Even when you start talking about accuracy, like those things boil down to skill because accuracy can be taught. It's a part of mechanics.
Yep.
Now, some people have better mechanics than others because of muscle memory, but there are people whose literal job is to take guys who have the physical talent, clean up their mechanics, and because of their mechanics being cleaned up, they are now better passers in terms of being skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
No, I feel you.
Let me ask you something. Did you? Let me ask you one. Did you think that Blake Bortles was a generational talent because he was, tall and physical as well?
I got 3 players. Blake Bortles could be one of them.
Blake Bortles was an above-average athlete. He was a converted tight end. He was not some freak of nature. He was a good athlete.
He was a converted tight end, a quarterback.
Well, they was comparing him. They said he was the next Big Ben, but we're talking about terms of physical gifts and athletics.
When did he do that?
I remember that.
I never heard that.
Y'all remember that?
I remember that. Ever.
I remember people saying that, and I also remember thinking those people were smoking crack. So
So a couple other names I want to ask you before we move on. Taysom Hill, is he a generational talent?
Talent? Physical talent? Yes.
God.
Quarterback? No, but
he's not a generational talent at the quarterback position, but as a player?
No, y'all cut it out right now. No, y'all cut it out right now because that's what Mookie been arguing this whole time.
That's what I've been.
That's what he's been arguing this whole time. What the hell?
How? Because we call Tyreek Hill a generational talent. He's a right receiver.
We just called Tyreek Hill a generational talent.
Yeah, but what is Taysom Hill listed as?
You said what?
A tight end. He's listed as tight end.
He's listed as tight end.
If you're able to play multiple positions,
because Taysom Hill last year was listed as a quarterback, right?
If you're able to play multiple
so we're gonna sit there and say last year, just to take, Taysom Hill is a generational quarterback.
I think if you're able to play
his physical gifts and the ability to dominate the running game with his physical abilities, that will make him a generational talent. No.
I mean,
y'all crazy.
I mean, that's
bro.
fine.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna go to the next super chat though. Who's more overrated, Dak or Justin Herbert?
Come on, bro. You talking about
Dak.
We
just saw somebody come on the show and say Dak was the 4th best quarterback.
I'm sorry.
I would never say that.
Oh, I got you. My bad. The chat wants me to ask a couple.
Yeah, where is
names
that guy at, man?
Hold on. The chat wants me to ask a couple other names. Jamarcus Russell, was he a generational talent?
Yes,
my nigga.
Yes.
He was.
That's why he's the biggest bust ever. Because
Colin Kaepernick. Yep. Colin Kaepernick.
Yes. Actually,
yes, absolutely.
That's so nasty.
I disagree.
What about Tim Tebow? Was Tim Tebow?
No, stop it. We're not doing this. Tim Tebow as a passer was a bum.
But what about the physical abilities? What about the physical abilities?
That's why I said I disagree.
You gotta be all of them.
All of that.
All of them.
Oh my.
Mookie, was Tim Tebow great? Did he have?
You can't just be swole
No,
as hell.
he was trash.
You
as a
can't just
passer,
be swole as hell and think you're a generational quarterback.
No, but I'm just talking. I'm just saying, like the physical abilities to being that tall and then be the
Hey,
physical.
Toast the GOAT just said it. We just naming athletic people now.
Yeah, we're just naming athletic people. Yeah.
Y'all keep saying yes. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all just keep saying yes to athletic people.
It's a combination of everything.
Nah, bro. I can't believe this. That's not no combination of everything.
No, time out. Because Dub, how don't you understand what we're saying?
I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it at all.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't agree.
No. We gotta circle. We gotta circle back to the Colin Kaepernick one. That reaction, that pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, because people have been trying to play revisionist history with that man's entire career simply because of the stance that he took, and I don't fucking like it. So every fucking time his name come up, I'ma defend that shit. That man was legitimately a generational talent.
Legit.
I agree. I agree, Anti. We confusing generational talent with generational athlete.
Colorado, we're literally Tim Tebow-esque, except he could actually throw the fucking ball, and he wasn't playing with fucking Percy Harvin, with Emmanuel Moody, Chris.
You talking about him coming out of college? You talking about him coming out of college?
And then you add in the fact,
a lot of this shit that we talking about, Dub, is people coming out of college.
Yeah, Dub, it's people coming out of college.
We're not talking about like in the league, like
prospect. He literally showed up to a freaking Giants game and threw 88 as the freaking like ceremonial pitch to start off the game. Like, he is a generational talent.
What? So let me ask you something. Was Peyton Manning a generational talent?
Absolutely.
Yes. Come on, Mookie.
But Joe Montana is not a generational talent?
Peyton.
Wait, Tim Tebow had to be generational too. Then what?
No, it's not. Tim Tebow can't pass.
Is Mark Sanchez? Yo, Clay, what?
No, Mark Sanchez wasn't a generational talent.
I'm gonna ask every single name.
No, Mark Sanchez wasn't a generational talent, bro. No, Mark Sanchez he wasn't.
Hold on, Andrew Luck was a generational talent.
Yes.
So why the fuck Joe Burrow not no generational talent then?
What the fuck? Why are you comparing Andrew Luck to Joe Burrow?
Andrew Luck was
because Joe Burrow is just as good. What are you
doing? He's a much better athlete.
No, he wasn't.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Y'all missed a better athlete than Andrew Luck.
Bro.
Joe Burrow's a better athlete.
Human being, stronger human. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
it's not just you can be a generational athlete, sure, but when we talk about generational talents at quarterback, we're talking about your natural ability to play the quarterback.
Joe Burrow has the natural ability to play quarterback. What are we doing?
Hold up, Mookie. When we talk about generational talent at the quarterback position, we talk about your natural ability to play the quarterback position, not just your natural physical traits. You can be a generational athlete and not be a generational talent at quarterback. You can be not a generational talent. Taysom Hill, great athlete. He's not a generational quarterback. He's not a generational tight end.
We didn't say yes, dog.
Didn't say yes.
we didn't say yes, dog.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Zach Wilson, was he a generational talent?
No, I don't think so. He got hyped off for that one.
He just got hyped up.
Jay Cutler?
No.
Jay Cutler is ass cheeks.
What are we doing?
Rex Grossman
was a bomb.
No.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Baker Mayfield. Last one. Johnny Manziel.
No, man.
You about to make me leave the show.
Are y'all going off of what they did in college? What are y'all talking about?
Hold up. Not what they produced in college, not what they want. It's your natural
Johnny
talent.
was a scrambler too. What are you talking about?
That's not what we're talking about.
Bro just said he was trolling. Bro just said he was trolling, bro. That same dude, he's trolling.
Was RG3 a generational talent?
Yes.
Over Joe Burrow. Oh my goodness, bro.
I disagree with
yourself, bro.
Personally.
I disagree with RG3 generational talent over guys like Drew Brees, Joe Burrow, Peyton Manning, all these. He's a generational talent of these niggas, bro.
Slow down before your brain
overloads. Oh my goodness, bro.
Relax. I'm trying to get you to understand this. There is a difference.
I understand what you're saying, but it's completely asinine. It don't make no sense, bro.
It don't make sense to you. I'm telling you, this is the way the league operates. There's a difference between skill position, like position-specific skills, things you can learn, and then physical talent, things that cannot be duplicated, things that cannot be learned. Like Patrick Mahomes has gotten better at the quarterback position in terms of accuracy, in terms of his pocket feel. Like, these are things that he has learned. He said himself this past year, he just now started really learning how to read defenses. The reason why he's been killing people while also saying something like, damn, I'm just now starting to learn how to read defenses, is because at the end of the day, for the first 2 years of him playing, he played with Tyreek Hill, and if all else failed, it was, okay, cool. I can throw this ball farther than anybody else can in this professional league full of freaks of nature. And the guy who's running under the ball is also a freak of nature who nobody else can cover. So if
why isn't Zach Wilson a generational talent? He had like an 85-yard ball. Not a lot of people can do that.
I'm not gonna lie. I really don't get what you're saying, bro. I really don't get what you're saying. I'm not gonna lie. It is really shocking to me.
Is generational.
Oh, absolutely. Mo Ali Cox is just elite.
I'm not gonna lie. We can move on after this, but it's really shocking to me that y'all public school systems didn't do a good job of explaining the difference between talent and skill, because this is wild to me. Like, I'm just really shocked that we just went into this.
I think when you come into the league and show that you have the natural talent to play the quarterback position, like you didn't have to wait 3 or 4 years, 5 years to get better at the quarterback position. We're talking about guys like Luck, Burrow, Herbert, Drew, Peyton, all these guys that came
Whoa.
into the league.
You said
Drew
coming to the league.
Drew ain't coming to the
Drew
league.
Brees didn't start bugging until 06.
Oh no! I'm just talking about. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm talking about playing the quarterback position and selling that well without waiting long periods of time to improve on learning how to play the position. Guys like Joe Burrow, who came into the league, played the quarterback position at a very, very high level until he got injured. Those guys are generational talents because what they can do at a talent standpoint to also, because you got to have talent. Like you can be the talented player, but if you don't produce, it don't mean nothing, right? His unique talent at throwing the football from the pocket and selling in that what makes Burrow a generational talent.
But you said if you don't, you said if you don't produce it, it means nothing. You can still be a great talent. You just didn't produce. Your production does not take away from your talent.
Why is it Zach Wilson?
He's not a generational talent.
Zach Wilson 80-yard bombs. What are we doing?
No, but you know how many quarterbacks can chuck the ball 80 yards?
The difference between Zach Wilson and, like, for example, let's say Joe Burrow came in and he didn't produce, I'm sorry, wrong name. Let's say Andrew Luck came in and he didn't produce right away. His talent, we still know he's still talented. He's just not producing. Zach Wilson ain't as talented as people think, bro. He had that one pro day throw when everybody went nuts. Like, he's not that talented.
But if you have
Mel Kiper made him a top 5 pick.
Mel Kiper literally made him a top 5
pick. Mel Kiper is making Will Levis a top 5 pick too.
He made him a top 5 pick, bro. The social media made him a top 5 pick.
Andrew Luck ran over a dude who ended up playing as an NFL safety for years, and then he showed up at the combine when everybody thought he was gonna come out there.
Like, bro, like for example,
hold on, one more.
He was literally right behind Cam.
Nobody would be calling
more
Trevor Lawrence a generational talent if he didn't
one more
produce.
Person. Is Jerry Rice a generational talent?
No,
he was using stick 'em on his gloves. Talk about catching bricks.
He came out.
He's the GOAT.
He came out in college and didn't run faster than 4.6.
Yeah,
he was generational talent.
Like, we're talking about talent.
We're talking about
generational talent.
Randy Moss is a generational talent.
Randy Moss is a generational talent. Megatron, generational talent.
Calvin Johnson, Terrell Owens, like.
But Zach Wilson.
Julio Jones.
Hold up. Get off of Zach Wilson.
Don't get it.
He had the one throw.
I really don't get it. I really don't.
Zach Wilson is the only quarterback to ever get drafted off of one throw in the pro day, bro.
Zach Wilson is a social media quarterback. That's literally what he is.
He literally was not a top 5 pick until that one
Johnny Manziel. Baker, this is crazy.
No, Doug.
This is crazy.
Because we're saying
Baker Mayfield was a 2-time walk-on.
This is crazy, bro.
They didn't think he was good enough.
Johnny Manziel, though? Why not
Joe
Johnny?
Burrow?
No. Johnny Manziel was
wait. Joe Burrow couldn't beat out. Was Joe Burrow not there with JT Barrett as the quarterback?
Yes.
He could. Did he not? Couldn't he not beat out Cordell Jones? Was he there when Cordell Jones was there?
Cordell Jones is much more talented than Joe Burrow.
That's what I'm saying.
You said who?
Beat out those guys. Cordell Jones and JT Barrett were ahead of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow could not beat out those guys when he was out.
He said, I love this guy. Being a social media QB is based off of talent.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna keep going in circles.
Yeah.
This right here is nasty, bro.
Yo.
No, it's not.
I get what y'all saying. This is wow.
I get what they're saying. I just don't agree with it.
Okay, if you disagree, Dub, if you disagree, that's cool. I'm just telling you that's literally how scouting works. Like,
no, I agree. I know what you're talking about.
I
know that's how scouting works.
No, he wasn't.
I know that's how scouting
why y'all
works.
logic?
My whole thing is
what, bro.
We're just gonna go in circles.
Kyler Murray, generational talent.
Yes, he will be.
Kyler Murray, generational talent.
How does he will be, dog?
How does he will be?
I'm assuming what y'all gonna say. I said he will.
Yo, if you're a generational talent, you come off the rip as generational talent.
He was. So wait, was Kyler Murray generational talent? Yes or no?
Bo Jackson.
He's Bo Jackson.
Yes. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson absolutely was.
Bro,
Bo Jackson absolutely was. Kyler Murray was not a generational generational
How was
talent,
Kyler Murray not a generational
Wait,
talent? What are you
bro,
talking
Mickey
about?
Mouse
That's
running
what
with his
Lamar
little
Jackson
legs all
is,
across
bro.
the field like that.
Wait,
Ain't no generational talent, bro.
Bro, what's up, bro?
If we
What's
can
up?
I think Kyle's a generational talent.
I think Kyler's a generational talent.
You said Bo
I think
Jackson's
he
not a
is.
generational talent?
Bo Jackson definitely is.
Bo Jackson is
Are
the
you saying
greatest
that?
athlete that's
Nah,
ever
who said that shit?
Who said Bo
Mookie,
Jackson
did you say
wasn't?
Bo
Wait,
Jackson's not generational?
I'm asking Mookie.
wait, who said no?
Did you say Bo Jackson
No,
is
Mookie.
generational?
Huh?
Mookie,
Is Bo
you saying
Jackson
Bo
generational,
Jackson's not
Mookie?
generational?
No, he's generational.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's about to get kicked off the
Nah,
pod.
nah,
He's about to
nah,
get
nah,
kicked off the
nah, I'm
pod.
off
let's
this
say that.
topic.
Let's say
I'm
that.
off
Yeah,
this
yeah,
topic.
yeah. Let's go. Let's
I'm
go.
off
Let's go.
because
Yeah,
y'all
let's go.
confusing the shit
I
out
think-
of
I think
everybody.
No,
Kyler-
no. That's what I said. I sat there and said, how the hell is Lamar Jackson generational, but Kyler Murray's not? That don't
Okay,
make
we
sense.
can keep it moving.
I think
He can
Kyler
do the
Murray-
same shit.
What's the next topic?
Lamar
What's
Jackson.
the next topic?
Nah, y'all nasty, bro. Like,
No,
I
I
don't
think
get it.
Kyler-
I really don't get
Yo,
it.
we just have to explain it
This
later,
dude was
bro.
about
We
to go
just
to
have
the
Yeah, we-
MLB. Like, and
gonna
He's
have
a
to-
generational talent, exactly. But we can.
I think he's a generational talent, so that's a G baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
At the
Kyler
quarterback
Trey,
position.
Yeah,
At
you
the
think
quarterback
all
position.
agree except for
Trey,
G-Baby.
hold on, Trey. You think that Kyler Murray's a generational talent?
Okay.
I just said at the quarterback position, not as an athlete.
Hey, wait, just let me go through this real quick and we can move on. First and foremost, that dude might be the greatest high school football player in the state of Texas that's ever existed.
Facts.
And he did that shit at 5'9".
Yeah,
This man was about to be a first-round pick in 2 different professional leagues.
He's a generational talent.
Yes, in terms of physical talent. He is
but not at the
Kyler Murray,
quarterback
Kyler Murray,
position,
that's
though,
the
right?
Yeah, he's easily a generational
Not
talent.
at the
Okay,
quarterback
I'm glad
position,
y'all
though,
keeping
right,
it
Trey?
consistent. Glad y'all keeping it consistent because
I'm
G-Baby
asking
ain't
Trey.
keeping it
I'm
consistent.
asking Trey
G-Baby,
because
you're confusing
because-
everybody.
no,
I
Yeah,
see what
G-Baby,
you're
G-Baby,
saying.
G-Baby,
G-Baby, you are
G-Baby,
confusing us.
I literally said, no. Let me explain.
Mookie, it's not them.
No.
G-Baby's the one
Let me explain.
Yes, bro.
Hold up. Let me explain because I literally said over and over at the quarterback position. I'm talking about. I said your natural talent, your natural ability to play the position is what I'm looking at. Not if you were physical specimen.
Did that mean Joe Burrow?
Like Trey, hold up.
Stop. G-Baby, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. I get where you're coming from. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the reason why Kyler Murray, this man is so hurt right now. He don't know what the hell's going on. I feel bad for him. But I'm trying to help this man. I'm trying to get you to understand the only reason why Kyler Murray is even able to survive playing in the NFL right now at 5'9", because that's what he is. He ain't 5'11". The motherfucker 5'9.5". The only reason why he's able to even be serviceable right now as a quarterback in the NFL amongst a bunch of freaks of nature is because he is literally a generational talent. Like physically, at the quarterback position, what makes him special, what gives him the ability to even play at his size is literally his physical talent, nothing else. Because
So that means Drew Brees is a generational talent according to your logic, because his ability to throw the football at being undersized at the quarterback position. That means
Drew Brees.
No, I don't think he's talking to you. I don't think he's talking to Trey. He's talking to G-Baby. He's talking to G-Baby. Right, Mookie? You talking to G-Baby right now, right?
Drew Brees is 5.
No, I'm talking to
Drew Brees is 6 foot.
You talking about Trey? You talking to Trey?
Mookie, I need you to understand something. They're not the same. Not even close.
What?
Drew Brees is 6 foot, bro.
Like Drew Brees is
But he was undersized though. He had to see above 6'5", 6'6" lineman.
Nigga, Kyler Murray almost 5'8".
Man, listen,
His arm talent is way better than Drew Brees.
But Drew Brees is short.
Drew Brees is a mute point because he wasn't a generational talent.
But
the reason why
generational talent.
If Drew Brees,
you talking about what he did at San Diego?
You realize if the doctors don't clear Drew Brees, you're not saying
it's fine. Listen, I understand where everyone's head was at. G-Baby was the one confusing us, but I see where y'all
wasn't. I said the same thing over and over. Y'all just chose not to listen to me. The only person that understood where I was coming from was Trey. None of y'all in Dawson. Nobody else understood me.
A super chat from Leaf Thingy. Is Josh Allen on trial today?
Yes.
Josh Romo, you mean?
Oh my god.
Josh Romo. Josh Romo.
That's crazy.
That's how he
G-Baby, what do you mean by that, G-Baby?
I mean, he's Josh Romo.
Oh,
he's Josh Romo.
He played like Josh Romo. He played like Tony Romo.
Oh, you talking about he lose every time in the divisional round? Like,
also, too, this is the second, because in the first Chiefs game, did he not play bad?
Yes, he did.
This is 2 out of 3 times. 2 out of 3 times he's played bad in the divisional round. And he played bad. I mean, he didn't play trash, but he didn't play good last week either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Trent literally said it last week. He's starting to look real Diggs dependent. Look real minutes without him.
It's not hard to figure out because he always talked Diggs. His first read always did.
And my thing is too, like, now everybody trying to shit on the weapons and shit. And Brian ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all been contending for a Super Bowl since damn near 2020, bro.
Fact.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about the weapons.
I don't want to hear none of that shit now, bro.
But that's because you know what gets me mad? That's the expectations that
Hey,
y'all
bro,
put. Y'all need to be real that y'all was probably wrong about these team and these players, right?
Hey.
Me personally, I'm not looking at these guys any different because they were exactly who I thought they were, right?
Hey,
y'all were the wrong in thinking that they were better than what they were. So
I mean, in fairness, Von Miller did get hurt, and when Von Miller got hurt, I said, "Ooh, I don't think they're making the Super Bowl no more." I said that was gonna hurt.
Highlight Sensei comment real quick. Sensei Ray _.
I hate people like you.
Oh my God! No, we're not doing this.
I hate people.
That's your dumb ass self for saying that shit.
I hate people like you.
Yeah, let's not do this stuff.
I think everybody up here is an athlete.
Literally, I'm in.
I wasn't generational enough.
I'm using D-Wall ball right now. University.
I wasn't.
But
I wasn't generational enough to play in college.
Do y'all think Allen?
Sports all my life.
Do y'all think because Allen
is sports all my life?
Y'all telling me
I'm not 6'3".
Y'all telling me the hottest offense in the league, the Bills, right? Struggle to score 10 points against the Bengals. I mean,
the Bengals defense is pretty good.
I
told y'all, bro.
I
told y'all,
Dawson Knox is a top 10 tight end. He's got enough.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, Allen was horrible. I mean, interceptions thrown, underthrown, like in third down situations, he could have checked a simple check down route and said he want to go all the way deep. I think Josh Allen relies too much on his athleticism, and that can be a thing because listen, Josh Allen, he's a poor decision maker, bro. Like at the quarterback position, he's not smart enough of a guys like a Burrow or the quarterbacks that can literally read defense and take a part of what you trying to do and take a part of what you trying to show to him. Allen does not have that, man. And I just think that it's quite ironic how the league changed the rules for the Bengals. I mean, changed the rules for the Bills and Josh Allen as well. They actually implement the new overtime rules because they felt sorry for Josh Allen, getting put out on a one touchdown score in the overtime. But then you scored 10 points in the division round against the Bengals, a Bengals team that been riddled with injuries. You scored 10 points, couldn't even muscle up a drive down the field. Man, Josh Allen is overrated. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
They had 2 O-line starters out, and
I thought it was 3.
They had 3.
And they
Joe Mixon was still toting it.
I said when Von Miller got hurt, it was gonna hurt him. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad though.
I knew it was gonna be.
I didn't think it was gonna.
I did.
No. With 3 starters out though. With 3 starters out,
it's bad.
Still couldn't stop the run. That's crazy.
You also have to realize they literally went like deep into their 3 deep in their secondary. Like Micah Hyde's not playing. Then obviously we know what happened with DeMar Hamlin, who's basically the starter for the entire year. And then during that game, his replacement Dean Marlowe gets hurt. And gets hurt rather early in the game. And that guy is basically the one who's the 8th man in the box when it comes to dealing with the run.
Okay.
So, yeah, that when you couple that with Von Miller and the deficiency that they have on that offense, because basically the way they want to run things is literally Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and vibes. It's not going to turn out well once you have to play in the snow.
Josh Allen does not have he's not smart enough to literally beat you. Like he relies on his his arm strength, his cannon of arm. People get blind of his cannon of an arm and his physical abilities to run the football. But we talk about in terms of IQ, smartness, recognize what plays are being thrown at him. He does not lack that. He has this usage rate where he's just all dependent on him and making plays and stuff like that. And that could be a detrimental to your team. I feel like Joe Burrow is and that's why I just sit there and say like this narrative that he's automatically number 2. Top 2 quarterback. I mean, we got guys like Burrow and Herberts and all these other guys that play smarter than the guys. It is what it is. Oh, and who said? I remember because I got a mind to remember things. Who said early in the season that the Bills' defense is suspect? I got to give them a round of applause because their rushing defense is very, very.
Well,
very
can we add context to that, please?
Yeah,
it wasn't a problem until Von Miller got hurt.
Yes,
they were perfectly fine until Von Miller got hurt. Put context to that.
Me and J-Rob were the people to say that. So
they were suspect last year, though, G baby.
Yes, I know. When they got Von Miller, they got better, and then Von Miller got hurt, and it fell apart.
Man,
look at the difference in the rush.
When did Von Miller get hurt, G baby? When did Von Miller get hurt?
Week 10, week 11, week 12, something like that. It was the second half of the season. I know that for a fact.
Yes, he played for a good while, and they were really dominant.
Oh, okay,
exactly.
Okay.
And then once he got hurt, the rush defense fell apart. Couple that with the second.
I thought you were about to say 5 games.
No. Because remember last year they were the number 1 secondary in the league.
He got hurt on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. That's the thing. And we can't discount that because Von Miller is a Hall of Famer.
Facts toast to GOAT. Like, I don't look at him as a run
Bro, hold on. Why y'all?
Don't do that.
I don't look at Von as no goddamn run stopper. I was about to say that. He said what I was about to say about
that. Say it again, Mookie.
I do not look at Von Miller as no goddamn run stopper.
This is how I know y'all don't watch the game. This is how I know y'all don't watch the game, bro. Because y'all context bending with that. We're not gonna act like the rush defense was not a lot better with Von Miller in the game. We're not gonna do
by
that.
far.
By far, bro. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the rush defense.
G baby, you telling me they relying on one player to hold on? Go ahead. You telling me that they relying on if you're relying on one player to improve in your rush defense, you don't have no great rushing defense.
Let me ask you. Okay,
you don't.
I got you.
You don't.
Wait, I got him.
No,
I got him. If Aaron Donald is no longer on the Rams, does that rush defense not get affected? That's one player, right?
The pass rush get affected, but I feel like it's a little bit still. I feel like it's sustainable where they can still stop the run. No. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Yes. Hold on. G baby, hear what I'm saying. I'm saying this is that yes, if you lose Aaron Donald, if you lose Aaron Rodgers, it affects your rushing defense and affect your pass rushing defense. But I feel like it's still enough where the Rams can still get to the quarterback and still stop the run because they're better rushing defense than them guys.
The personnel around you.
I understand that, bro.
Can I read off some numbers?
No, you clearly don't.
Can I read off some numbers? I love numbers. Numbers are so fun. The games before what's his name? Von Miller get hurt. Let's look at after the bye week, right? Green Bay Packers, 200.
Why not before the bye week?
Okay, they faced the Kansas City Chiefs, 68 yards. But anyways, Green Bay.
When was their bye week? Did they not have multiple games? Why are we only going to look at a certain amount? Look at every single game Von Miller played, and then look at every single game he did.
Can I sit here and finish, please?
You started at the bye week.
Green Bay Packers. We're talking about the 5 games before, then the 5 games after he went out. Right? Is that not fair? Okay then. Okay then. The 5 games before he got hurt, Green Bay Packers 208 yards, New York Jets 174 yards, Minnesota Vikings 147 yards, Browns 80 yards, Detroit Lions 96 yards. Then he gets hurt after the Lions game. Patriots 60 yards, Jets 76 yards, Miami Dolphins 188 yards,
That's
Chicago.
Bad if the Dolphins.
Okay, it's fine. Chicago Bears 80 yards. So that's 5 games after, like what Mookie was saying before. They're comparable. It's not like they took a tremendous drop off because Von Miller wasn't there. It's damn near the same thing.
No, this is the same defense that. Hold on. At the beginning of the year, Derrick Henry had 13 carries for 20 yards.
Yeah, Derrick Henry has. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games though. There's a lot of games Derrick Henry had.
The Rams had 50 rushing yards week 1.
Right.
Versus the Bills.
against a mid offensive line.
The Rams was getting killed.
Hey, why did their offensive line become mid, Mookie?
No, their offensive line is mid because they.
Why did they?
Are you serious? Wait. Bro, you're trying to use 51 yards.
No, hold on, Nick. Their offensive line was mid because they lost a lot of talent. They lost their best.
Hey, Dub, can you do me a favor?
They lost one left tackle.
I'm generally asking. Like I'm just asking a question. You naming the yards? Can I see the? Do you know the attempts? Rushing attempts?
No, I didn't see the rushing attempts. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, can I?
Is that not like?
Can I?
I'm just saying.
I got you. Because I'm gonna go through everyone. Week 1, they only allowed 2.9 yards a carry. Week 2, 3. Week 3, 2.4 yards a carry. Week 4 was 4.9, and that's when they played the Baltimore Ravens. I guarantee you, most of that was Lamar Jackson. Week 5, they allowed 3.2 yards a carry. Week 6, 3.8. Week 7, or week 8, because they had their bye week in week 7, 6.7. That was the Green Bay Packers. The Jets was 5.1. Minnesota was 5.9, and then after that it was 3.1, 3.4, 4.3. Oh, 3.4 is when Von Miller got hurt, right? That was the Thanksgiving game, November 24th. Okay, so then after that they gave up 4.3, 3.5, 7.5, 2.8, and 4.7.
Okay, then it's very comparable. You just read off those stats, and it's still very comparable, no matter what.
All I'm saying is
my whole point is, and the point that Mookie was trying to make, Von Miller was a key, yes, but it's not like it wasn't going to tremendously affect the running attack.
Because it was still bad.
I'm just going to jump in because y'all know me at this point. I don't.
And Bills lost to a generational talent from Vamp.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Joe with the dog.
I'm just gonna say this because y'all know me. I don't bother with the numbers. When you turn on the tape and watch them, there is something to be said about having guys like Aaron Donald, like Von Miller, because they are literally called table setters for a reason. That's what they are. That's what they're called. And to your point, Mookie, talking about you don't see him as a run stopper, one of the more underrated parts of Von Miller's game, and part of the reason why he's still effective, even though he is aging, is the fact that despite the fact that he's not the biggest dude at defensive end or outside linebacker, he's always been amazing against the run. Not even just good. Like literally been able to set the edge against 300-pound tackles at 240 pounds for damn near a decade plus. He's never been a liability in the run game. Literally never. Huh?
Did I say he was a liability of the run? I said what I said was a fact. I mean, he's go ahead.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. You said you don't think of him as a run stopper. Most people don't, because the thing that people think about is his pass rush. But just because you don't think about it, don't mean it ain't there.
Oh, it's there, but I'm just saying
that's not the point.
He most impacts the game with rushing the quarterback on the outside and with his unbelievable all-time great pass rush.
Yes, he is. But one of the things that isn't talked about nearly enough is that having that dude on your team literally makes your run defense better, because now people have to worry about him. You have to devote more bodies specifically to one man, which frees up everybody else on that front seven.
That's not even the main point of the argument, though. Even the main point, and
this man trying to vouch that Von is some elite run.
G-Baby just
saying. You
hold on.
What he just said, bro.
That is what he's trying to imply. No, I'm not going to lie. That is what he's trying to imply, that them having them there is going to dramatically affect their running defense to play at this high of a level. What G-Baby just read off to you, even the yards per carry and the yards, the running game was still – it's one player on that team, honestly. Regardless of how good he is, it's only one player. He was not changing that type of weakness in that rushing attack. And the stats and the games proved that. It showed us that. Mm-hmm. They were damn near the same team against the run before and after Von Miller was there.
Thank you, Doug.
So that goes to show the impact that you're talking about does not make sense in this particular argument. Does not.
Okay.
Damn, Doug.
Yeah, we got him today.
Smoke they
We're gonna get into one of our other games that we was talking about, bro. I want to talk about the Chiefs and the Jaguars game. Y'all seen Patrick Mahomes rolled his ankle. I think he has a high ankle sprain, but I think he's going to play next week. So I want to hear you guys take on this performance of Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, and what do you expect for the Chiefs in the coming weeks?
I'm gonna start with the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs, they pull that game out.
Happy about that, ain't you? You real happy to start with the Chiefs?
I'm not.
Yeah, you real happy to start with the Chiefs, ain't you?
Oh, I'm not happy
because you wish that was Herbert in that game, right? That's why.
Right?
You wish that was Herbert.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Herbert, right? You wish that was you, huh?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
You wish that was you, huh?
If Herbert was in that game,
he would have lost.
And he came in,
he would have lost.
Herbert would have put up a better fight than what T-Law did in that game.
Bro, Henny came in for one drive.
Hold on.
Wasn't he the same guy saying Justin Herbert doesn't play defense? Justin Herbert doesn't play defense.
That's true. That is true,
Did Trevor Lawrence all of a sudden play linebacker now? Was he playing safety with Cisco?
He threw a pick.
Hey, you watched the game straight.
He threw a pick. He turned over the football.
Hey,
T-Law turned that football over.
Play safety with Andrew Cisco?
Hold on. That's what T-Law do. Your man's a turnover machine. You sit there and say generational talent, but the generational talent stay turn over the football. He stay giving the opposing team another chance to score points on the goddamn other side of the field. All I'm sitting there and saying.
You talking about the one at the end? That great one-handed play by the corner? That great one-handed play by the corner? That OD play by the corner. That's what you're talking about right now? That's what you're talking about right now?
Acting like
you're not going to talk about Jamal.
The simple fact is this.
Are you going to talk about Jamal Agnew fumbling on the 3-yard line? We're going to talk about
what happened after that? What happened after that when the Jaguars got to stop?
The great one-handed play by the one-handed
pick. And that's when the Chiefs went to score.
You watch film, right? How often do one-handed picks happen in the league?
G-Baby, time out. You said Justin Herbert wouldn't throw a pick versus the Chiefs. I saw this year on Thursday night. Justin Herbert threw a 100-yard pick six going the other way on the goal line that lost the game. Yes, he did. That's an either headshot. Because yes, he did.
He threw a pick six against the Chiefs.
Pick 600 yards.
Week three, actually.
Don't matter. You said he wouldn't do it versus the Chiefs. And he did it versus the Chiefs.
That was week 2.
Wait,
that was week 2.
He did it versus the Chiefs.
Wait, you want to know what's funny about you bringing that up? You want to know what's real funny about you bringing that up? The same person who had that 100-yard pick six was the same person who made that one-handed pick at the end of the game.
Would you look at that? Dude making plays.
But bro, let's be real.
What do you mean, let's be real? Did he not throw
Trevor Lawrence did not play well in that game. He did not play well whatsoever.
Okay, cool.
And at the end of the day, when you had opportunities, you have a Patrick Mahomes who's injured, who has an ankle sprain. The Chiefs' offense was not really that. They was not really, how can I say? They was not really explosive this game. It was an easily winnable game. But the thing is that when you needed T-Law to muster up a drive down the field, he couldn't do that whatsoever. There was no explosive play whatsoever.
This is so crazy.
Hey, question.
He's ethering himself.
Wait,
I
got it.
What I'm saying is this.
He's ethering himself.
Wait, I got a question. Hey, Mookie, didn't your boy last week when it was like up 27-0?
Play calling.
After that,
this man Justin Herbert. This man Justin Herbert.
He couldn't get it done though, right?
Justin Herbert is playing one of the best play callers in football and goddamn Doug Peterson, nigga. Yeah, do that because that's how you do when T-Law nuts is in your throat.
That's what you're doing with Justin Herbert right now.
When T-Law nuts sack in your throat, that's what you do.
You hear with it.
Hold on. What I'm saying is this. That if this was Justin Herbert, if this was Derek Carr, we would be killing him for not mustering the goddamn. Hold on.
Derek Carr.
Can I get a rated Carr in the building? Can I get a rated Carr?
We'll be killing. Hold on. We will be killing them. We'll be killing them if they turn over the football and then they really didn't score. They really didn't do much in the whole second half. We be killing them. That's what y'all trying to do. Right?
Like Justin Herbert, right?
But then, when it's T-Law, it's like, yeah, he gets a pat on the back.
T-Law was getting locked the fuck up by Chiefs defense. That ain't that good.
Man, stop. I don't want to hear that.
Great.
Okay, so Mookie, you said that. Dub,
let me ask you a question.
Because Dub, you like context, right? You like context, right?
Just saying. I'm just
no.
I'm playing the middleman. I'm playing the middleman here.
Dub, I'm asking you a question. Do you like context? You like context and stuff, right?
All day, every day. Make context.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Does Jamal Agnew fumbling on the 3-yard line, is that not a big thing when we're driving and to make it a 3-point game? Mookie, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Doug. And then,
no, that's fine.
And then does Christian Kirk dropping a 60-yard bomb that would have put us on the 3-yard line, does that not mean anything?
Did you just say us? Are you a Jaguars fan now?
The Saints are in the playoffs. Absolutely, I am.
But yeah, that Christian Kirk, that was a you heard the announcer say that was a bad ball. That was a
that was crazy.
That was a terrible drop.
That was crazy to his hand. And then also the only other play I'm gonna give you, because I'm only talking about what points were left on the board. Old boy Hasty dropped a pass that would have put us in field goal range to get 3 points, and it was 4th and 19, had to punt. So those 3 plays right there, that's 6, 12, that's 15 points off the board. What was the final score of this game?
27-20.
27-20.
Oh, okay. And I said it again, the first time they played the Chiefs, Christian Kirk dropped a touchdown, and the kicker missed a field goal at the end of half. That's 10 points off the board.
I'm not gonna lie.
What was the final score of that game? 27-17?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is this.
Hold on, wait. I gotta tell G Baby this. And G Baby's wise words that he always loves saying, especially after that Chargers game. That's one of the worst defenses in the league. I don't care. Get it done. Get it done.
No. You were
content
bending like crazy.
Get it
That's
done.
not what I said.
And the wise words of G Baby.
No. If you gonna quote
he didn't care about the guys missing a field goal kick and the defense not being able to hold anybody for the Chargers game. Get it done. Get it done.
Hey, Dub, if you're gonna quote Dub, no. Dub, if you're gonna quote me right. You know what I said? No, Dub.
Get it done. Yeah, he said that.
No.
Get it done.
He did say that.
Hey,
you said that, bro.
Dawson, this is where I get it. Hey, because if they're gonna quote me right. You know what I said? I said you're up 27-0. I don't care. Get it done. I said you up by 4 possessions. Get it done. Quote me right, Dub. Go put on the tape. I said if you're up 27-0.
Men said go put on the tape.
I don't care. Get it done.
And the same thing.
I've seen this multiple times from G Baby about quarterbacks going up against a defense that isn't all that.
No.
Get it done. So go get it done, boy. Go get it done.
I said you're up 27-0.
You throwing a pick?
Do I need to pull it? Do I need to play the TikTok?
Man.
Facts. Thank you, Riley. You know the game. Hey, let me hold on. When you're down 10-17, you score a touchdown, must up and drive to tie the goddamn game, which they couldn't do it throughout most of the third quarter, most of the fourth quarter, to the midst of the fourth quarter as well.
And if you're down 10 the whole second half.
Oh, so we deflect. We talking about that generation.
You brought up Justin Herbert first. I'm just
G Baby, watch this. Hold up, Mookie, watch this. When Mahomes gets hurt, you're supposed to take advantage of that. When Mahomes not on the field, you got to take advantage of that. And he didn't cash in. Get it done.
How is it Trevor Lawrence's fault?
Go get it done. Go get it done.
Yo, put some respect on Shanahan, though.
How is it Trevor Lawrence's fault the defense gave up a 98-yard drive? What that got to do with Trevor?
Let me jump in.
What that got to do with Trevor? Does he play defense now? Does he play safety?
I ain't gonna lie, Dub.
Oh, now the defense thing. But wait, let me jump.
I said the defense gave up all them points, but you're up 27-0.
Yeah, but the generational talent.
I want that on the shirt. Get it done.
Let me.
But you say he was a generational talent.
Because I ain't got the shit on my jacket that you got right now, so they can't come at me crazy like this. Trevor Lawrence has been up and down throughout the playoffs. I already told you earlier, homie pissed down his leg in that first half. However, Mookie, don't get too comfortable, because if you noticed earlier, I said both of them were generational talents.
Yeah, but Herbert clears too long.
No. Stop. I'm not trying to hear that right now. I don't care who clears who. Both of them are generational talents. One of them pissed down their leg in the first half and then got their shit together. The other one went up 27-0. I don't give a damn what you talking about play calling.
Play calling matter.
Shut up. I know it matters. But I'm not trying to hear that shit right now because
it don't benefit your argument.
Talent that plays on a team that skewed towards throwing the ball, he should score more than 3 points in the second half.
Give him Doug Peterson. I guarantee you will score more than 17 points against the Chiefs.
Stop it.
Doug Peterson is a tremendous offensive play caller. Let's not do this shit.
You can
and part of them coming back is because
your ass is still supposed to score more than 3 points.
No, if you got, it's a reason why. It's a reason why Joe Lombardi was fired within days.
Yes, because it was either Brandon Staley, keep your job and get rid of the offensive coordinator, or y'all can both get the hell on.
No, Joe Lombardi's been
Can I
say
something? Can I say something though? Can I say something? Justin Herbert against the Jaguars had 4 drives in that second half. 4. For 2 of those drives, he should have cashed in, but the kicker missed the field goal. So he cashed in on 2 out of 4 drives. Why are you complaining about Justin Herbert?
Context.
Those two
drives would have led to 6
cooking
points.
this episode. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait. Huh? You said 4 drives. Wait. How big were them plays? How long were them drives? Did he not have an 8-minute drive or a 7-minute drive? Justin Herbert.
Yeah, that's he's talking about.
Did he not have a 7-minute drive?
He had a 7-minute
drive. How many drives?
7-minute drive.
What were the other ones?
He had a 2-minute.
He ain't had no 3 and outs.
The first play in the beginning, he had a 2-minute drive. Then the Jaguars had a 7-minute drive. Then the Chargers had a 2-minute drive. Jaguars had another 2-minute drive. He had a 7-minute drive. The kicker missed a field goal. Jaguars had a 2-minute drive, and then by that time, it was late in the fourth quarter, and then he got 3 and out.
Didn't Trevor Lawrence have drives too where they could have cashed in? He got sold.
Who?
Trevor Lawrence.
Like in the second half? No,
against the Chiefs. Against the Chiefs.
No. My whole thing is consistency, right? For some reason, for some reason, y'all.
He killed Herbert last week.
For some reason, y'all killing Herbert. When Herbert really like for 4 drives he had in that second half, he let them to score for 2.
Yeah, he wasn't like this last week.
Yeah, he wasn't like this.
I'm a host. I'm the middleman. I'll let y'all argue it. But I wouldn't say this last week. No, I wouldn't say this. I wanted to say this.
Hey, Big
last
Rich.
Week. Hold on. I wanted to say this last week, but I was letting you guys argue. You feel me? But my whole thing is, y'all really gonna criticize a man who had 4 drives in the second half, and for 2 of those drives, he led them to a field goal. And if they make that field goal, the Jaguars don't win this. The Jaguars
that's not true. They can still. Wait. They could still, because that field goal that they attempted was not like a 25-yarder. They could have still scored a 1.
They would have been.
Yeah, I was like, we ran the clock out. We were still driving. But hold up. I'm gonna address Dub because Dub, there's a difference. One, I'm gonna say it again. I never said the game was on Herbert. It's not Herbert's fault. But you're up 27-0.
But you said get it
done. Get it done. That's different than being in a 10. No, hold up, Mookie. I'm addressing Dub. There's a difference between being up 27-0 and being in a 10.7 point game for most of the game. That's a completely different ball game, Dub. Completely different ball game.
Definitely.
You said what?
I said that's a completely different ball game.
But when you down 10-17,
from being up 27-0 to being in a 10.7 point game for most of the game.
But the whole
everybody
thing,
who plays football knows that's a different story.
But G-Baby, you're right.
So you can't say it's the same.
But G-Baby, I'm not saying it's the same. But the thing is, I'm saying is that what you guys are doing, and I even said this. I said I did not hold this game against Justin Herbert like this because you guys are being unfair. A guy who had let me finish. A guy who had 4 drives in the second half, and the Jaguars offense was just taking runs and making long drives against the Chargers defense to keep Justin Herbert and his offense off the field. A guy who had 4 drives and cashed in on 2 of those things, and he did his job. If they make that field goal, that changes the dynamic of that last drive that the Chargers had, because they're not playing from down, they're playing from being up, which is different play calling and different ways that they're gonna play the game. The Chargers didn't have that benefit, bro. The dude was cashing in. But you mad at him for cashing in, bro? What are you talking about?
That's how I know you don't listen, Doug. So I'm gonna address 2 things. One, the Chargers were up 30-28 in that final drive. If he would have made the field goal, the Jaguars would have had to score a touchdown. The only reason the Jaguars kicked the field goal is because we started running out the clock because we were already in field goal range. Second, Trent Dawson. The last field goal. Were we not? They were running out the clock, Doug.
That's not the drive. That's not the drive I was talking about.
You said.
No. You brought up the other. You brought up the drive.
I brought up the drive after. The Jaguars scored a TD. I said if the kicker makes that field goal, the Chargers are not going to be sitting here trying to pass the ball. They would sit here not try to do some big chunk plays. They would sit here and try to run the clock out and not play from behind or do some short medium plays.
The Chargers weren't behind.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
When?
I said that last drive before the Jaguars kicked the field goal, they were behind.
How? If the Jaguars won 31-30, how were they behind?
Oh,
the
shit.
Jaguars. Yeah. Like, come on.
Hold on, G-Baby, let me ask you something. Hey, G-Baby, let me ask you something. G-Baby.
Hold up, because there was a second point that he said. Trent Dawson. I'm going to ask y'all because clearly Dub ain't listening to me. Did I say the game was on Herbert? Did I say it's Herbert's fault they lost?
No, you never said the game was on Herbert.
Okay, then. What did I say? They're up 27-0.
Get it done.
At that point, fine,
but
figure it out.
You were down 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Hold
Get
on,
it done. That could be said.
But you guys don't.
Let's be fair too.
Keenan Allen didn't fumble the ball.
Hold on. Let's be fair too. Let's talk about when it was 3 minutes to go. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I believe, had 2 timeout. I mean, it was a 2nd and 6. I mean, was that a good throw by Trevor Lawrence as well?
The corner just made a great play.
He severely underthrew
that. The corner just made a great play. That was not a bad throw.
That was a bad throw.
That was not a bad throw.
For the corner,
that was not a bad throw. That was not a bad throw. The corner just made a great play.
I'm looking at the play right now.
He immediately gets. Hold on, wasn't there
the corner just made a great play, Mookie?
No, it was an underthrew pass. I mean, the guy couldn't even see the throw. Yes, it was. He underthrew it. He should have put it.
Bro, do you know how high the corner jumped in the air to get the ball?
Bro, he should have
driven that was up, and he got it with one hand.
Put it on a line right straight to and throw it on the dime. That was Herbert. He would put it right on the dime.
Bro, oh my
God. At the end of the day,
all right, we can move on. Now you're just talking. Now you got a
17-27 game. 3 minutes ago,
you're just talking now. You're just talking now.
If you score, that'd have been what, a 3-possession game. All you can do is rely on defense and get it done. Herbert didn't do nothing.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you though. Like you guys are just kind of like G-Baby, you did say get it done, and in my opinion, that's kind of nasty because, like even, like bro, getting 4 drives off in a half, and getting points off of that is like, bro, it's something difficult to do. There's 4 drives that happens, and some quarterbacks only walk away with 6 or 3 points or just 1 touchdown. A lot of quarterback happens for everybody. So trying to penalize Justin Herbert for that.
I didn't penalize him. Stop saying that.
Get it done. Get it done.
No, you're not about to piss me off. I didn't say it.
You said get it done. I made the clip, G-Baby. This is what you said.
Did I say it was Justin Herbert's fault? Did I say it was Justin Herbert's fault? Did I say it was Justin Herbert's fault?
Your exact words.
Get it done. The team, get it done. The team, get it done. You're up 27-0.
Y'all tell me about Patrick Mahomes. Just tell me how he handles that ankle injury, and I'm gonna go ahead and look.
I think Patrick Mahomes handled it well.
I'm not saying, hold on, G-Baby, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is all on T-Law fault. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, they did fumble, which would have been a 3-point game if they would have caught the pass and then ran upfield. But I'm saying is that y'all criticize Herbert for not getting it done. T-Law had a good 1-possession game going into the goddamn fourth quarter. Get it done, Mr. Generational Talent.
I don't know how many times I have to say the game wasn't on Herbert. I don't know how many times I have to say that the game wasn't on Herbert.
Yeah, Mookie. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying both of those quarterbacks are generational talents.
Right.
And I'm saying both of them in critical situations for you to maximize your potential as generational talents, I need you to do a little bit more. Like, yes, do I understand that play calling played into it? Yes, that's literally why I went into that whole rant about the Chargers and how they basically base their entire organization off of analytics and advanced stats, which isn't always the best thing to do, which is part of the reason why your ass gave up a 27-0 lead, because you just can't line up and run the goddamn ball.
Because we suck. Because they suck.
Right.
But that's because they've neglected their shit. But what I'm saying is this: when you're a generational talent, what's expected of you is sometimes for you to make plays outside of what is given to you as a play caller. That's what's expected sometimes because you are a generational talent. You have the ability to operate outside of what your situation is. So yes, both of them, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert, next time around, if you get there, I need y'all both to do just a little bit more.
What you about to say, G baby?
All I'm saying is
Both of them.
either one of y'all don't get too comfortable because both of y'all boys had a little bit of growing pains today. So don't do it. Don't
You right,
do it.
Trey. You
What
right,
talking
Trey.
about?
I
What
agree
talking
with you. I just watched the clip. I said the Chargers win up 27-0. I didn't say Justin Herbert.
You
I said
said
the Chargers.
no.
The
I have it
Chargers
right
went
here.
up 20.
Oh, he got the
Chargers
clip.
went up
Exact
27-0.
words. I have it. Again,
Here
I'm
too.
not
I
saying.
got it too. I got it too.
Again, I'm not saying this is on Herbert. This is for sure more to blame on the coaching staff. However, you're up 27-0. I'm sorry, bro. That's 4 possessions. No excuses. Get it done.
Yeah.
The team.
I mean, he never said Herbert. He never said Herbert.
He was insinuating Herbert. He was insinuating Herbert.
I'm not gonna lie. This is how you gotta know what to say with your sentences because what you opened up
That's
with.
not my fault. Y'all
You
misconstrued
opened
what I
up.
said.
No. You did not say it properly. You said Herbert. You said this is not
No, I
on
didn't.
Herbert. You said this is not on Herbert. I believe
Yep.
it's more
Yes,
on the
he did.
coaching staff. Then you said, but you were up 27-0. I'm sorry, bro. Get it?
Get it
No
done.
excuses. Get it done. That's telling me that I'm thinking that you're talking about Herbert
Sure.
the whole
Because I
time,
said
especially
bro.
when you say
Because I said bro.
Because he said
no.
bro.
Because you opened up.
Because I
You
said
opened
bro.
up with her. You opened up with Herbert.
Bro.
You opened up with
Talking about
Herbert.
Herbert.
Said,
You
bro.
try to
It wasn't
deflect
his
some
fault.
blame. Wait. You said that it wasn't his fault, but then you said, I'm sorry. You was up 27-0. I'm sorry, bro. You got to get it done. That's
Team.
implying
The
to me
team.
that you're talking about Herbert the whole time.
Okay, because I literally have another TikTok dub where I said the Chargers were up 27-0. Not Herbert. I said the
It's
Chargers.
the same TikTok, bro.
You got
It's the same TikTok.
Dub,
No, it's the one.
Clips,
It's the
right?
one
You
that
added the
said
clips, right?
y'all didn't have no. I have it right here.
So
dog.
you got-
Listen,
got
if
me
you
one.
didn't mean it, there's nothing to argue, honestly. If you didn't mean it like that, we could just say you didn't mean it like that, then move on.
Yeah, but I want to say this about the Chiefs. I want to say this about the Chiefs, bro.
Go ahead.
If Patrick Mahomes ain't close to 80% against the game against the Bengals, they're going home, bro. They're going home, bro. They need Patrick Mahomes' ability to extend plays with his legs. They need his ability to make something happen out of nothing, right? They need his mobility, and if he can't do that, because we've seen him in this game. Like, yes, Patrick Mahomes is so effective with his mobility, the way he can extend plays, but as a pocket quarterback, like standing in the pocket, he can stand in the pocket, throw the football as a quarterback. But the thing is that he don't impact the game like he does with his mobility and scrambling out the pocket and extend plays with his legs. So I'm just saying is that if they don't have that, right, and you're going against a tremendous pass rushing team, right? If they don't have that, and he's not 80%, bro, they will lose this game. This offense, I won't be surprised if this offense won't score over 15 points this game.
Got you. I guess we could just talk about this a little bit and then talk about some of the games next week. Eagles blew out the Giants. I mean, is there really anything else to say other than the Eagles just so much better?
We got a bright future. You did.
I told you that was going to happen.
Everyone kind of knew, like.
I turned the game off after the second score because I knew it was a wrap.
Yeah, I turned it.
Is Jordan Davis back? I didn't see
No, Jordan Davis or Nakobe Dean didn't play.
Bro, they need some wide receivers, bro. It's
And we still
unacceptable.
killed
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, we all know.
Oh
We
my
all know.
goodness, bro.
Giants need
that is
the
a bad
entire
wide receiver
roster.
core.
Like,
Yeah, the Giants roster just isn't very like top to bottom. The Giants roster, you look at it, it's just like
Yeah.
My bad.
roster
My
isn't-
bad. I want to say about with them sitting Jordan Davis and Dean, they were just probably preparing them for next week because they knew this probably going to be an easy game. Not gonna lie.
That's perfectly fine. Like I said, this entire year, the fact that the Giants were even in the playoffs or even in the picture for it, that's a testament to that coaching staff and being able to maximize what little talent they had. Because truthfully, they have what?
The worst this is the worst playoff roster I've damn near ever seen in my life.
No, this is easily the worst playoff roster I've ever seen in my life. They had literally one elite playmaker on either side of the ball. You had Dexter Lawrence and you had Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
That's it.
Like literally, bro. Like
That's
the
it.
whole
And
receiving corps-
they so heavy relying on Saquon. It don't make no sense.
Says-
Bro.
bro.
the whole-
Wait.
bro, the whole-
Wait. My bad. Hold on, wait. Nakobe Dean did play. You guys
He
talking
did?
about?
Oh, why
Yes.
I thought? Oh, why? Oh, I thought he was.
Oh,
injured
but I
as
was
well.
about to say.
But I know Jordan Davis did play.
I was about to say.
Jordan Davis played
Davis
too.
didn't play.
He did. They just didn't play
He
him.
did.
Yes,
I thought he was
played.
injured.
Nah,
He
he
just
played.
didn't play
They
him.
both played.
Oh, Eagles
Okay.
fan
That's
calling it out.
wow.
That's crazy.
They both played. Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis did play.
That's scary.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Trent G Baby didn't know they had a little belief in the Giants that they could beat them. Maybe because of what happened in week 18, and Trent was really harping on that week 18 win. But
all I said was because
let a fan be a fan.
All I said was because I felt Dub was underrating the Niners. I want to see them get smacked just to troll.
Well, I don't even think they get.
That's all I said because the Eagles were my Super Bowl pick until Dub said what he said about the Niners. So I just want to see them
go
lose
to
now.
Emmitt Smith shit, bro. Oh, how much we got? How much time we got?
time for what?
I'm saying like just on the show period, bro.
We got whatever time we want. What are you talking about?
I'm asking, bro.
Like, I can end the show whatever, bro.
My fault.
But,
Big dog?
No. Yeah. No, say big bro.
You lying your ass off.
So let me ask y'all, how y'all think Hurts played in a game against the Giants?
Phenomenal,
nigga.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've never seen a more
nothing wrong.
perfect. I've never seen a more perfect game from a team. Bro.
Yeah.
Like the whole team was just.
Hang on,
playing.
You know what I was so impressed with? I was so impressed with they O line, bro. They O line
So good.
does it's a like I never seen.
They got 4 Pro Bowl linemen.
I know, but it just I
Right.
never seen a good O line in a long time, bro. The fact that they just create so many open lanes, they protect Hurts they protect Jalen Hurts so well in that pocket, bro. Unbelievable. Lane Johnson, man, that nigga. I can't listen. I want to see that matchup between Lane Johnson versus Nick Bosa on Sunday because Lane
I
Johnson.
can't wait. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that game.
I'm ready. To see
That's gonna be fun.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
I'm just.
Dub, are you nervous, Dub? Are you nervous, Dub?
Hey, listen. Like I said,
I know you're nervous, Dub. I know you're nervous.
No, listen. Like I said,
I know you're feeling good. I don't blame you. I'm just letting you know shit is not sweet. And I want you to understand that.
Oh, I do understand that.
The last time we talked about this, I felt like you thought it was a little sweet. And it ain't that.
I could think it's not sweet, but still have confidence in my team, correct?
I completely understand that. I'm just letting you know you ain't seen nothing like that defense yet.
100%.
They haven't seen y'all, but I also know this. If I'm being completely honest, I am much more terrified of what DeMeco Ryans has cooked up as opposed to what Nick Sirianni has cooked up on that offensive side.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about because you seen the memes with Nick Sirianni?
Huh?
Seen the memes with Nick Sirianni?
Look,
he's just another Dan Campbell.
I've seen do some stuff that I've literally never seen done in the NFL before, and I didn't think it was possible. And the reason why he's able to do it is because that motherfucker in the middle wearing 54, that motherfucker different.
He is.
I'm just
he's a CD in the box too.
That was one of the craziest linebacker coverages I've ever seen.
Damn, he ran from the line scrimmage and covered CD
Lamb, bro, at a linebacker, like insane.
240 pounds.
And Trent wondering if saying that he's scratching top 5 is crazy.
Wait,
what? Nigga, no, time out. I said all time, nigga, you was reaching.
Yeah, I mean it's not ridiculous.
I was like, relax.
Bro. Wait, what? Let's relax on the all time. But
yeah, that's why I said
Fred
all time.
He's definitely number 1 right now.
Yeah, he's not.
You talking about Fred Warner?
Yeah, bro.
I think in the next few years,
I don't even think Fred Warner is better than Patrick Willis. Like, what are we doing here? You got to pass him first. Before we have some top 5 all time linebacker discussions, bro. Because Patrick Willis
is not better than Luke Kuechly at all.
Yeah,
Fred Warner. I think Fred Warner is better than Patrick Willis.
Get the hell out of here, dude. Stop it.
You gotta think Fred Warner.
Patrick Willis was the guy.
I love Patrick.
You gotta think Fred Warner's top 5 all time.
I love Patrick Willis, bro. I really did.
He made you scared, bro. Patrick Willis.
Talking about at their peak.
Bro, yes, at the peak. Patrick Willis literally made you scared to run up the middle, bro. Because he knows he was
different now.
He was different, bro, and he was smart. People underrate Patrick Willis like IQ, like at the linebacker position. His ability to read, the ability to read plays, the ability to cover the guy, running backs out the flat, the ability to be a hard hitting tackle, force a lot of fumbles, and make all pro. Man, stop it.
No, I love him, but I don't know. Fred Warner.
All I'm gonna say is,
I think in a few years, this is not going to be a crazy combo in a few years.
I don't think it's going to be crazy in a few years either. All I'm saying with Mookie is this: 1, yes, I watched Patrick Willis literally all the way through college and his pro career, His career was shortened because of injury. So as great as he was, there are gonna be some guys that catch up to him
because of injuries.
Yeah, but his peak, like I don't think nobody can.
Man, all I know is you better ask Brett Favre about Jonathan Vilma and them boys, bro.
Let me finish
his
peak ass bounty gate. Go
Peak
ahead.
ass bounty gate is.
Yeah, Jonathan Vilma is crazy conversation, but
crazy.
But to your point about him being a hard hitter and all these other things, while I do understand that, you also have to account for the fact that they're literally not allowed to make those hits anymore. So you can't hold that against the new guys because they're not allowed to belt somebody across the middle of the field. Because I promise you, if linebackers were still allowed to make those hits, they would. More often than not, they're always pissed about the fact that they have to turn down those hits.
The thing about Patrick Willis, the thing is that he is so fast, he's so explosive, he's a hard hitter. He's very underrated in his zone coverage as well, and his smartness, his IQ. I think that's get overlooked because everybody look at the demeanor that he has because he literally makes you fear going to the running up the middle. I think that what makes Patrick Willis in his peak as one of the best linebackers.
Like you think Fred Warner clears Navarro Bowman?
Huh?
I think he's better than Bowman. Yeah,
he's definitely better than
Navarro Bowman.
Yeah, I think. And Bowman's nice though, but I
Bowman
think
is very nice.
Oh man,
You think Warner has a better IQ than Willis?
Yes.
What they ask him to do
is
as
crazy.
A middle
linebacker is crazy.
It's absolutely insane. It's way more complicated than anything Patrick Willis or anybody in the past.
I don't even think Fred Warner is better than freaking Luke Kuechly. I don't know.
He's not, but that's also because Luke Kuechly is.
Luke Kuechly was
top 3.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly is one of the best linebackers.
Luke Kuechly was wild. Like,
what about Brian Urlacher?
He's better. He's better than Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, I was like,
what?
I
like
Brian Urlacher.
Not yet.
I think Fred Warner can do. I think Fred Warner can do more than. In my opinion,
G baby, you better go say something with your whispering voice, bro. You better get up, man.
Arguing with you got my girl mad at me, bro.
You in trouble for real.
Chilling, yeah. That's crazy.
I'm chilling, but I think Fred Warner. I think he's a better coverage linebacker personally. I mean, Brian Urlacher, we're not gonna act like Brian Urlacher wasn't like that, but I just think Fred Warner is slightly better, honestly.
So y'all gotta think Fred Warner top 5 all time, man, bro. Because Brian.
That's why I say he's scratching it, bro.
It's really we're just waiting on him. We're just waiting on him to play for a little bit longer. But as far as who's the better linebacker, I'm taking Fred Warner.
Especially at their best, like a peak, peak.
London Fletcher or Fred Warner.
So I'm
London Fletcher or Fred Warner.
Please, I'm sorry. Give me Fred Warner.
Where would y'all rank DeMario Davis?
What?
I'm talking about the linebacker.
Today. Okay.
I'm not talking about.
I was about to say.
Wait, we're not gonna do the all time thing.
No, I'm not doing all time. I'm just saying, where would y'all make DeMario Davis? I think DeMario Davis is very underrated at his.
I think he's a top 5 linebacker right now.
I think he's like top 3, right?
Yeah, he's very good. He's very good.
This might be the first time me and you have actually been in agreement on some shit. People have not talked enough about DeMario Davis. At all. Preacher Man is that dude.
He is, bro.
He's that.
He is, bro.
He was that dude with the Jets. And people know
Trey, he better than Levante David?
Huh?
He better than Levante David?
Yes.
Levante David used to be that dude, though.
DeMario Davis is better. DeMario Davis.
Yo, Pete Levante David was fucking insane, but y'all niggas.
Yes, he was. But Pete
Marley, I'm not
Levante also used to get covered up by guards. Homie would sit there and butt and shed a guard and then go make the tackle, and then would have to go do the same thing that Levante David had to do, plus worse, because Rex Ryan had that blitz happy defense, so he would go from having to go green dog and blitz, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. The running back is released on a wheel. Now I got to turn after I'm running full speed at the quarterback, haul ass, get in this running back's hip pocket, and stay stride for stride, and he did it. The only reason
he was just as good, though. That's what I'm saying, though. I think he's just as good, bro.
Huh?
You think he clearly better?
Clearly better than Levante? Yes, because he's more physical in the run game.
I don't think he's clearly better. That's the thing.
I think he's clearly better in the run game because he's just a bigger person.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah, you watch because DeMario Davis is great. Literally stopping the running. And he's an underrated linebacker.
Literally his entire career. If it wasn't for the fact that he got drafted by the Jets and everybody just assumed he was just another random linebacker, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Absolutely.
Homie is the truth.
Gotcha.
Also, side note, can we stop putting Devin White in this conversation?
Yeah,
he's really not that good.
Devin White is one of the most overrated linebackers in the league. But
I love Devin.
Oh, you talking about the guy that plays for the Buccaneers?
The other guy that plays for the Bucs that came from
he's overrated.
I love Devin, but Devin, oh my god,
he regressed
ever since that Super Bowl, bro.
He had a great run, though. I ain't gonna lie, he had a
great run, but shit.
I say they used to have the best linebacker during the league. So
up until Pete Warner came along, but continue.
I got a super chat. I got a super chat from Riley McKenna. The defense is all well and good. Hurts isn't Dak. Purdy, better be able to score more than 19 points. Purdy hasn't played a pass rush or secondary like the Eagles. That goes to my point, and I love this guy. I'll keep this up for a little bit, right?
Do the Eagles have a better pass rush than the Cowboys?
Probably not, but the secondary. It's damn near each other. I'm not gonna lie, they're damn near each other.
I would say definitely the Eagles secondary, but Cowboys got a good pass rush though.
I think he meant it as a tandem. Not
got you.
It was a tandem.
Yeah.
But my point is, right, and that's why I like watching the game. I just enjoy watching the game because I love getting proven, right? And what I've been saying this whole time about the 49ers, I said the key to stopping that offense is to be stopping CMC and that running attack. You stop them, the offense isn't going to be as dynamic as everybody thinks it's going to be with Brock Purdy, making him a passing quarterback. The Cowboys did just that. And what did we all say before? Who failed the Cowboys? It wasn't the defense. We said Dak Prescott. He made a lot of key mistakes, which kept them from winning the game. Absolutely. So in my opinion, the Eagles defense will be able to slow down that run, be able to contain that run. And we don't have a quarterback like a Dak Prescott battlefield. We actually have a better number two than Noah Brown or Michael Gallup with Devontae Smith. On top of that, arguably a better wide receiver in A.J. Brown and a better running attack because Tony Pollard got hurt in that game too. And people keep forgetting about that. Yep. He was a key guy that they lost, which is another big part of that offense not being as good.
Huge
so
part.
We're going to have a better quarterback, better wide receiver tandem, a better running attack, probably arguably a better line as well, a better defense too going up against them. There's no way I think that the Eagles are going to lose this. If they lose this game, it's a failure. I think
you don't think Brock Purdy can make plays?
I don't think it. I don't think it's.
You know what? I don't. They kind of struggled, man.
Shout out You playing a defense. You playing a defense that's arguably better. Think about
so you tell me right now, you're dead ass telling me right now on live TV that if y'all lose to 49ers, it is a failure.
It's a failure. Yeah. There's no reason we should lose.
That's crazy.
Honestly, losing to the Niners is never a failure, but
I think it's a failure.
This team has made the NFC Championship 3 out of 4 years.
It is a failure if we do not. I said this before the playoffs started. If we don't make the Super Bowl, it is a failure. There's no reason.
That's like saying, hey, Brady Mahomes went to 4 straight AFC chips. Hey, if we lose to them, it's a failure. Like, bro, this is a powerhouse team. The 49ers have shown
the NFL is the NFL, bro.
But I'm just trying to see how can the NFC Championship. I'm trying to see how can the 49ers be effective
quarterbacks. Losing to them is not great.
How can they be effective?
Yeah, because I don't think Brock Purdy. Listen, Brock
they
Purdy
have explosive playmakers everywhere.
Okay,
they do, but you're playing one of the best secondary, not the best secondary in football. You know what I'm saying? So
that secondary can have some weaknesses. I saw Tyler Heineke go crazy with Terry McLaurin on that defense.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Did it not happen? Did it not happen?
I seen that Stickman dude from the Raiders torch him too. So what are we doing?
It's just
when you mean Stidham.
Stidham. I can't pronounce his last name.
It's like when I ain't gonna lie. It's like Brock Purdy. His experience is gonna show in that game. Listen, when they do their deep rollouts with Purdy and have him just trying to make some plays, there's times where he made some bad, questionable throws, and there's some things where he made some good throws as well. But when you playing against that secondary, bro, I don't see how he could be effective against that lethal secondary where they really be physical. Like you playing against elite top level defense, and we see how they stopped the run and made Brock Purdy to a legit passer. So I don't see how can he be effective.
Let him know, Trey. Educate these casuals. Let them know, Trey.
Don't call nobody a casual. What I am going to say is that I think Dub and just the general public are kind of misunderstanding what this matchup really is, because it's really not about Brock Purdy at the end of the day. We're going to talk about Brock Purdy because he's playing quarterback and everybody loves talking about the quarterback. But the reality is this is Kyle Shanahan and his run game versus that aggressive defense that loves to penetrate and get up the field. Yes.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes, I know. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is that is a very dangerous proposition if you are playing against that offense. Because for every time you get up the field and you make one of those plays, just like the Cowboys did, because they did the same thing. Micah Parsons was all over the place, shooting gaps, getting up the field. Towards the end of that game, it was a whole lot of guys shooting gaps, and then the ball was going the opposite direction in critical moments. I'm not going to say that y'all gonna sit there and struggle the entire game. What I am going to say is that this is not the matchup that you think it is or that most people think it is. All I'm saying is be careful.
Can I say something? Those crucial moments came. Like, I know which crucial moments you're talking about. You're talking about late in the fourth quarter, right?
Yes.
That came a little bit. There was a couple of times in the first half, but mainly in the fourth quarter is when those crucial plays was happening. That came because of the inability of the Cowboys offense to score the ball, right? Because with their inability to score the ball is what kept them in their game. So crucial plays like that can happen. What my argument is, I can see the Eagles being able to contain the run in that similar type of way, and our offense not be slowed down the way that the Cowboys offense was slowed down, and that we'll be able to cash in on more times than not than the Cowboys were. It's going to be a dogfight. I'm not going to say it's not, but I think we should come out on top of this 10 out of 10 times.
I think
that's
crazy.
And again, I'm gonna say this though.
Wait, how is a dogfight means you're not gonna win easily, and then you say it was a failure?
10 out of 10.
How's a dogfight then turn into a failure?
Never heard of a dogfight being easy, but hey.
Yeah,
I never heard of a dogfight 10 out of 10.
Look, all I'm saying is this.
It's 10 out of 10 times. It's going to be a close one, but we'll win.
The real key matchup that is like the real weak link that y'all might be able to exploit is Devontae Smith versus those corners.
Yeah.
Because the reality is,
facts.
I know you're an Eagles fan, Dub. I know you think your offense is going to do what they do. The reality is the middle of the field, for the most part, that shit over with. I don't care if you got A.J. Brown there. I don't care if you got Miles Sanders running up the gut. I don't care if you got freaking Jalen Hurts on the read option. The middle of the field is about to be closed.
Let me ask you a question.
The thing that's going to matter the most is y'all being able to make big plays specifically on the edges, because they're going to make sure that everything, like all the easy, the routine, the gimme, the 5-6 yards when it's passing on RPOs, the quick runs, they're going to try and do everything they can to take away. They're going to try and make you live on the outside. Y'all are going to have to make those plays.
Yeah, I agree. Now, let me ask you something. I'm
saying it's going to be tough.
Let me ask you something. Would you agree that part of the Cowboys making that game very close against the 49ers because the defense stopped the run? They held the 49ers to 113 yards, 3.5 yards per carry. Do you think that's one of the reasons why, they made that game close, especially on the whole totality of the game?
You said, is that why I think the Cowboys made
it? I said part of the reason. Do you think it's part of the reason why they made the game so close? Because I just think that if you can stop the running attack,
I do,
and stop, and I believe that you can, stop them down. I feel like if you force.
I think the bigger issue with the Cowboys last week was just Dak Prescott turning over.
The play calling was mid too.
The play calling is mid, but at the end of the day, the play calling was enough. What really hurt them was Tony Pollard getting his leg broke, and Dak Prescott
that was big.
He was just going to throw two awful passes. Like, those were legitimately
those were bad passes.
Dak's lucky he didn't get pick six at the end of the game too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Greenlaw just dropped that shit. Like,
They didn't even cash in on
But then
that
again,
fumble,
also
too. That was
Trayvon
crazy.
Diggs dropped the pick.
I was just about
Trayvon Diggs.
I was just about to say
Dropped an easy pick.
Trayvon Diggs dropped the interception on RPO, and people were just like, "Oh, okay, cool, next play." And I'm like, "No,
No, that's what he
gotta
does.
make some plays."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And Trayvon Diggs on that George Kittle catch, Trayvon Diggs was supposed to rock him. And he missed.
And he missed. Oh yeah, you talking about when he tried to hit him with the elbow? Man.
Bro, he missed it completely. I'm like, yo, you're supposed to send that man home, bro. Send him to the ground, and he missed.
Hey, y'all think Tony Parker better than Zeke?
Of course,
yes. He's getting better.
Easy.
He's getting better. He's been better for 3 years straight.
Look at Dub. Look at Dub.
Yo, Zeke is done.
Zeke is
done.
Oh, now he's done, right, Dub? Now he's done.
Dub, now he's done.
Zeke is done. I can't.
He's not the same guy he was.
No.
Bro,
when he first came into the league, he was so great. But then I noticed a drop off year after year after year after year.
He really peaked his rookie year.
He's not that guy.
I was trying to
You know what?
Tony Pollard been better since he damn near came in the league.
You know what the deciding factor was? I seen this man in that game when they had the fumble. I'm watching the game. They do a running play. You got CD crossing to be a lead blocker to the left side. I think he's gonna block the linebacker. Instead of Zeke following him, he runs into 4 linemen just fighting each other, just like to a brick wall. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why would you go through that hole? That was not the way to go.
Bro. It's like he has no idea how to read holes anymore or anything. Bro, like his awareness
and his speed just regressed.
It's like Stars took his talent.
His speed, oh my goodness, he used to be fast, explosive off the line. That just I just think when we look at that Eagles game, I think I thought I had the 49ers coming out the NFC, but I'm looking at the Eagles. I'm like, yeah, they can take advantage of. They can literally take advantage of the 49ers. They can literally stop the run, force Brock Purdy to be a passer. And they got one, and you gotta understand that they got one of the top 5 pass rushing in the NFL as well, so they can get to the quarterback as well. I just think if you just limit that rushing, which we've seen the Cowboys do, that will have a good success.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say about their front seven is while their collective as a group is much better than the Cowboys because I think they're much deeper, especially on the interior. They don't have a guy who's as much of a table setter as Michael Parsons. They just don't. And I'm not trying to take anything away.
Oh, that's facts.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take anything away from Hassan Reddick or any of these other dudes who have played really well, but none of those guys are Michael Parsons. The group is better than the Cowboys. But to my point earlier about Von Miller and having those guys who are table setters, when you have those guys who are just so physically gifted and so good that you have to devote extra people to them, it becomes a problem.
You don't think Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis is in that same?
Fletcher Cox has declined, bro. Let's stop.
He's not. Yeah, he's
not the same.
Fletcher Cox used to be in that group for me. He's no longer in that group for me.
I think Hassan Reddick is pretty well.
What about
Hassan Reddick is a dog, bro.
Hassan Reddick is a dog. He's not Michael Parsons.
I get it, but you talking about having multiple attention.
All I'm saying is the group is better than the like.
What about Brandon Graham?
Some of their parts.
He old as hell.
Brandon Graham's 34.
Another point that I forgot to address on about the Eagles game. Watching that Cowboys game as well, like I said before, when Dak was actually being a mobile quarterback, he was getting big chunk yardage because of that. I think Mike McCarthy's using Dak Prescott wrong because I think they need to take advantage of his athleticism and use him a lot more as a rusher and more as a running quarterback as well as a passer. But he loves being a
but ever since that ankle injury, Dub, and they paid him all that money, they're not going to try to get.
Bro, I get that, but listen, especially in that game. We about to win, bro. Screw. I think Dak Prescott's fine with doing that too, and that's also another separator. Bro. Hold up, bro. Hold up, man. Hold up, bud. I said also Jalen Hurts adding that kind of dynamic to the team also hurts the 49ers because, like I said before, they struggle with that, and that game against the Cowboys showed it. When they actually used him like a mobile guy, he was getting big chunk yardage.
Exactly.
And Jalen Hurts would definitely bring that type of dynamic to the game.
I have a quick question.
So,
doesn't every quarterback that's able to make plays with his legs, get out the pocket, scramble for yards? Wouldn't you say a lot of teams struggle with that? Because I see Burrow do that a lot. I see Josh Allen do that a lot. I see a lot of quarterbacks do that a lot. Like,
yes, it hurts.
G-Baby,
It hurts every team.
G-Baby,
that's not really moving me. Like, yeah, if a quarterback is dropping back for a pass and everybody's dropped back and then he scrambles, 9 times out of 10 he's gonna get a chunk play.
What do you mean that's not? How is that not helping the scenario? If you just agree, you basically agreed with me and saying.
But I'm saying that happens to everybody. If the Eagles drop back in coverage and Brock Purdy scrambles for a chunk play, it hurts y'all too.
No, because Brock Purdy is he's not a mobile quarterback. He's never gonna be a mobile quarterback. Cut it out. Cut it out.
What did he say?
My bad. Compared to Jalen Hurts. My bad.
Okay,
compared to Jalen Hurts.
He is mobile,
to Jalen Hurts.
compared to Jalen.
But we'll be able to contain that way easier than the 49ers would against us, bro. Let's not do this.
The only rebuttal I have to you.
He isn't that mobile though. You're not gonna gas this scenario.
He isn't freaking Jalen Hurts. I get it. Because Jalen Hurts runs 4.5 and the dude was like a state champion powerlifter. Trust me, I get it. All I'm saying is this. To y'all's point about Dak hurting them, part of the reason why Dak did hurt them is, to Dawson's point, his athleticism has actually been waning since that ankle injury. People are not counting him in the run game the same way they used to. So when you do pull it out every once in a while, it is more effective because people aren't necessarily expecting that. If you're going into the game plan or into the week game planning for the Eagles, that's literally one of the main things you're trying to do. Because what you're going to do is make sure on design runs, Jalen Hurts, you get nothing. And then on scrambles, instead of us just wreaking havoc and we're just going, okay, cool, we're going gap. We're just rushing half a man, getting to the quarterback. Let's meet him there. No, we're going to squeeze the pocket. We're going to mush rush. We're going to make this uncomfortable for you as possible. We're going to make sure you don't run around and get all the freedom in the world to just make plays outside of the pocket. But you're also not going to have the ability to just sit there all day comfortably and dice us up while we're in zone.
Yo, why you trying to take this heat from G-Baby for trying to act as if Brock Purdy going to affect that Eagles defense? Like
that's not what I said. You're missing my point.
You're a nasty dude.
That's not what I said, and you missed my point.
You're a nasty. You let him run from that. Yo, chat, cook his ass, man. Cook his ass. Cook his ass.
That's not what I said.
This guy's a nasty.
You missed my point.
Nothing about Brock Purdy.
That's not what I said. You missed my point. You missed my overall point was, yes, if a quarterback drops back for a pass, I don't care who it is. He could be Mac Jones for all I care. If you drop back for a pass and you scramble, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a chunk play. That happens to every team, so it's not moving me.
No,
I don't. If y'all put in Gardner Minshew and he drops back for a pass,
when has Brock Purdy done that?
Brock Purdy's never scrambled. When he's dropped back for a pass, he's never scrambled for a couple yards to get a first down. He's never done that before.
He probably did it one time, and that was probably against the Cowboys, and that's it.
Bro, have you not been watching 49ers games? If he ain't got nothing there, he'll scramble a little bit. I'm not saying they design runs.
You tell me which scenario he did that, because I don't remember.
I'm not saying they designed runs for him, but if he drops back to pass and everybody's covered, Brock Purdy will go and run for a couple yards. He won't just sit back there and take a sack. He'll run for it. Bro, you think I got the exact number? I'm not Hellfire. I don't have the exact stat in front of my face.
He'll probably run. Bro, G-Baby, he'll probably run for like 2 or 3 yards. That's about it. He's not running for anything more than that.
If there's, you want to know why that's disingenuous? What if the closest defender is 5 yards away? He's gonna say, "Oh, I've ran my 3 yards. Let me lay down." No, you're taking my statement way too literal. You get my point.
All I'm saying is,
your point is mute because Brock Purdy's not
I
that
said
guy.
everybody scrambles. My point is everybody that drops back. If there's nobody open,
I know your point.
Quarterbacks will scramble. Okay, so I'm saying it's not moving me.
I'm saying your point is.
I'm saying the point is.
I'm saying it's not moving me.
The thing that truthfully y'all need to be worried about, and I noticed this at the end of the game. Christian McCaffrey, he might not be completely healthy, but he also might be. So we'll just have to wait and see at the end of the week. But the X factor in this game, I'm gonna say, is Elijah Mitchell. That's
not bad.
That's the part that people are missing, because watching him run versus watching Debo and Christian McCaffrey get the ball, there is a physical element that comes with dealing with Elijah Mitchell that's going to pay dividends if it starts actually working in the fourth quarter, especially considering the fact y'all's linebackers are not the biggest group. Like, the front seven is a bunch of monsters. I'm not going to sit there. I mean, the front four is a bunch of monsters. Like, even having Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph just sitting in the cut, waiting for their chance to get after it. Like, yes. But once you get past those dudes, it gets tiny. Nakobe Dean's a little dude. He's really good. But also, even when he was in college, he did not do well when it came to running directly at him.
God.
Like, that's one of his weaknesses. So
that's about his only weakness. Like,
literally,
because he's a smaller guy. Like, sideline to sideline, you running sideline to sideline. Oh, he hawking your ass in.
But if you meet him in the A gap,
he might get blown up. Like, he might get blown up.
I'm gonna read the super chat real quick. The Eagles' offense forces team to play man coverage. The weakest part about the 49ers D is their corners. If the Eagles receivers are getting man coverage, those corners are going to get.
That's why Trey brought up Devontae Smith. That's why he brought him up.
And yo, Taz, for somebody who's always getting cooked by everybody in here, bro, you got chill the hell out with all that talking, bro. Let's be real with that. I seen you on damn near every show you be a guest appearing on. You be getting cooked like it's easy, bro. It's easy.
Damn.
Don't do this, bro.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Damn.
And G baby, don't co-sign that shit ever again in your life, bro. when you say something that makes sense, I will give you it. A lot of times.
So, Doug, who you got in the Super Bowl? Who you got in the Super Bowl, Doug?
Probably. I don't know. That injury to Mahomes is maybe Eagles versus Bengals. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Sticking with my pick.
What's your pick?
Niners, Chiefs, and the Chiefs win.
Well, okay.
So
this is a great story for Mahomes. I mean, the same team that beat him in the AFC Championship.
You know what it is?
Discord receipts. Let me pull some.
Patrick Mahomes is going to finally win a ring, or run another ring, and he's going to solidify, no questions asked, as a top 5 quarterback of all time.
No,
top 3, but continue.
No, he won't. He's not top 5, bro.
Top 3.
He's better than your favorite quarterback.
He's not.
He's not top 5.
Mahomes is not top 5 all time.
Name the 5 better.
You're right, Mookie. He's top 3.
Name the
He's
5
not even
better.
top 3. He's not even close in it.
So
He's not close. So name the 5 better.
Well, the 5 better has longevity, and they have.
If you already have 2 Super Bowls and MVP, you almost throw for $5K twice. You're in that conversation.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
How? What other quarterback
has
done what Patrick Mahomes done? If
he has the,
he's going to win his MVP,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Who has done that in the next?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
6 years?
I'm gonna tell you why. It's simple. It's easy. It's simple as easy.
Go ahead.
Mahomes has the accolades of being a top 5 quarterback, but if you're looking at where's his book, his whole chapter, it's not filled yet because he don't have the longevity. He does not have this consistent play of playing at a high level for 7, 8, or 9 years.
5. He came in off the rip in 2018, won an MVP. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're just reading off accolades. I sit there and say he has the accolades of being a top 5 quarterback all time. When we talk about in terms of longevity, how long Patrick Mahomes been in the fucking league?
2018 or 2017.
Just 20 years. Now, how many years that is? 5 years, right?
Yes, and wait, time out. Stay right there.
7 years.
5 years.
Stay right
7
there.
years.
And he's already about to have 2 MVPs, 2 5K seasons, and he might win another Super Bowl this year.
That
makes him top 5 already.
He does not have
yes, he do.
His book is not fulfilled yet.
You tell Mookie, you name me another quarterback that has done that before.
Hear what I'm saying.
John Elway is crazy.
These people really out here don't respect the game. He does not have the sustained greatness for a long period of time. You have to have at least close to 2 decades of this overall style of play.
Yes, you do. So you got to because
yes, you do. He is
so
not
hold on,
top 5 quarterback all time, bro.
Mookie,
nearly 2 decades.
Name me another quarterback. How long has Patrick Mahomes been in the league? What, 6 years?
6 years.
So name me another quarterback who's about to win his second MVP, who has 2 5,000-yard seasons. Every year he's played phenomenal, and he's about to win another Super Bowl. And he's been to 5 AFC championships in a row.
He's about to win another Super Bowl. Well, he hasn't won another Super Bowl yet.
He's
now. What I'm saying is this:
he has a real good chance to win a Super Bowl.
His resume ain't better than a guy like
Mookie,
Rodgers.
why you dancing around my
question? Name me another
quarterback. Yes, it is. Yes,
Why
he's
is
better
it
than
not?
Rodgers.
It's not.
He's better than Rodgers.
Rodgers
He's
got
better
more
than
MVPs
Rodgers.
and they got the same amount of
Nigga,
championships.
no,
it.
that's not my
That's
question,
it.
nigga.
That's
That's
it.
not my
But what I'm
question.
saying is this:
Nigga,
That's
then
it.
Mookie,
he's not
I said,
better
name
than.
me in these past 6 years that his career who's done this shit Patrick Mahomes has done. Name me one.
That's cool. I mean, let's see.
Name me one.
Bro, he has the trajectory of being
Can you
one of the
name one,
greatest,
please?
if not the greatest quarterback of all time. But the thing is, the book is not being fulfilled. The book has to be written first for you sit there and say he's at least top 5. You have to have a decades of. You
don't have to have a decades of
Yes,
shit.
you do.
No, you
Yes,
don't.
you do. Yes,
No,
you
you
do.
don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Is that just
Yes,
with
you do.
quarterbacks, Mookie? Is that just with quarterbacks?
Just for quarterbacks, absolutely. Because
So only
quarterbacks,
quarterbacks.
So
if you don't play if you don't play 20 years, you can't be top 5. That's what
if you don't play at least over a decade and sustain that level of play, you cannot be qualified for a top 5. You have to have the longevity.
That's
you
not
have to
true.
have the-
Mookie,
you have to
I
have
can't
Mookie,
the-
who's your top 5? Wait, stop.
Absolutely.
Mookie, who's your top 5?
When Tom Brady went crazy in 07, he was top 5 after
You have to have
MVP and 3 rings.
Literally, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't
Big
10
Meech,
years.
I said, hold on, Big Meech. I sat there and said for quarterbacks only. This is only
Mookie,
applies
who's your
to
top
quarterback.
5? Mookie, who's your top 5?
Manning, Brady, Breeze.
Breeze over Mahomes.
Yes, Breeze is top 5.
Yo,
You could argue Rodgers. You could argue Elway,
no, you
Marino.
can't.
L-
I'm like you, Elway. Get the fuck
Yeah.
up out of here.
You could
Come on.
argue
Hell,
guys.
man,
Well,
you don't even
you
believe
said
that. You don't
Elway.
even
Wait,
believe
Oh,
that.
did I say
Mookie.
Joe Montana? Joe Montana. I
Thank
forgot about Joe
you.
Montana.
Thank
Damn,
you.
fucking tripping. Yeah.
Fuck you, I say. This Don't man say did you all that win. high power wolfing about Joe Montana earlier when we were having the generational talent conversation. And
Yeah, I
then yo-
forgot about him. My bad. I'm tripping. But yeah, what I'm saying is this is that.
Mind you,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
again, and the thing, he can be an exception because the shit that he's done in this 6-year span.
Let's go!
You hit your.
Yeah,
you,
this-
I hit
done
this
in the 6 years
$600
span.
in the bank, baby. Let's
It's
fucking
crazy.
go!
But hold on. But that's what I'm saying.
It's
son.
crazy.
Love looks like a Barbie toy soldier. when you got
John
that.
Elway isn't an argument now, bro.
What I'm saying is this: is that Mahomes.
I do this, Nick. I do this gambling shit, bro. I do this, Nick. Let's go.
Anyway,
I'm saying Mahomes' trajectory. He's on pace of being the greatest quarterback of all time because what he has accomplished in a short extended time. But to sit there and say that he's top 5 all time off of 6 years, yes, we understand that in 6 years what he's accomplished.
once he gets another ring,
for me,
bro,
at the quarterback position, because that's the most.
I mean, for QB play,
you have to do this for decades of play for me to sit there and say,
yes,
he's
about to go in 4 years. It'll be a damn decade.
Bro,
So-
he's only played 6 years. How the
So
fuck I should know
Mahomes
it?
gets another ring next year. If he gets
He's not
another
top
ring
5?
next year, what do you have?
No, he's not top 5.
What?
So you're saying if he gets another ring, he
If
won't
he
be
gets
top
another,
5?
if he gets another ring, he's still not top 5.
So if he has more, so hold on.
He has
So you
more
wanna
rings
tell
than
me-
Aaron Rodgers.
If Mahomes,
and he's not top 5.
if
More rings
Mahomes,
than
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
More rings than Breeze.
If
More rings
Mahomes-
than Breeze.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Mahomes, if we looking at his 10th, 11th year, and he's still playing at this high level,
Man,
and he still has multiple rings, multiple MVPs to his accolades, then I would sit there and say,
I mean, he don't
Mahomes
need the- he
is
don't
the
need
top
the
3
MVP.
quarterback
He
in the
really don't.
NFL.
No,
But
because here's the
my
thing, bro.
logic: you
don't.
have to play you have to play at a high level consistently for multiple years, for at least a decade. For the guys like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and them other guys have played at this level consistently for a long time for me to sit there and say they're top 5 all time. I can't ask them of the all-time great who has been
At a
doing
certain
this
point,
consistently.
when players hit that peak, they're going like, bro, when Tom Brady.
Oh,
after
you can make an
07
argument his peak is better than
bro. When Tom Brady after 07, bro, like my nigga, he was top 5. Period.
Yep.
And he only played. And from
7
he got drafted
years.
what 2001. That's 6 years.
They're
7
already
years.
No, he
talking
wasn't.
about
I
him
didn't-
as
I
He
didn't-
was
well.
already
have-
talking about being top 5. It's
he
the
was
same
not. He
shit.
was not.
already.
He was not top 5.
Are you fucking Yes, he serious? was.
No.
Are you okay?
Hold on. When did Tom Brady play?
When after 2007,
2007,
when did
he
Tom
was
Brady?
top 5.
When
Period.
did Tom Brady enter his 11th year?
Are you
Like,
fucking?
damn, I'm
2000
not-
11th year.
When he
2011.
entered his 11th year, that's when he's top 5. You have to have the sustained
What?
greatness and
Nigga, he already had
longevity.
3 Super Bowls.
It don't
What the
matter.
fuck?
It don't
What?
matter. It don't
Bro.
matter. His book was not
Okay.
being written yet, sir.
How is his book not
Super
written? He
Bowls
literally
don't
had one of the
matter.
greatest seasons.
By your
of all
logic,
time.
Barry Sanders is not
He
top
had-
5.
I said it only surpassed the
Barry
quarterback. Y'all
Sanders is
niggas
not
listen,
top
bro.
Who the fuck you gonna say who's better than Tom Brady in 2007? Warren fucking Moon? Who the fuck you gonna say?
Yeah, who
Dan
the
Marino?
top
Who
five
you gonna say?
quarterbacks in
Definitely not
07?
Warren Moon.
Who you gonna say?
No, but
Damn sure not Dan Marino.
You gonna lie?
Dan Marino.
What I'm saying
Or
is you
John
have
Elway.
to have the sustained greatness. You have to do this long periods of time for you to sit there and put yourself as a top 5 quarterback, bro. It's simple as that. Y'all niggas sit
6
there
years
and
is still a
want to
long
crown
ass time.
niggas too early, bro. It's
Okay,
come on, but that's disrespectful to the game of football.
Brandon
bro.
Catcher,
Whoa.
casual.
It is.
for what
Super
you just
Bowl.
Yeah, we
said.
gotta get to this.
It's sustained.
I'm
It's,
just gonna say
Yo,
this.
we gotta get to this image shit before we get off. I'm letting you know.
Oh, I forgot about that.
you said what, G baby?
Huh? Oh, no, I was talking about Brandon in the comments. He's capping right now, but
You
continue.
said Drew Brees was get out of here, bro.
All right, let me
Yeah,
get
he
the
was
super
coming.
chat. Let me get the super chat, and then we'll go into NMC talk. So by Mookie logic, Barry
He already
Sanders
addressed
ain't
No,
a
he
top
I
five.
said it's only- it's only-
You already addressed that. You already addressed that.
Oh,
only
okay.
for
You
five
say that
quarterbacks.
as a quarterback. Okay.
Bet.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
'cause-
Danny
So
Dimes.
my boy Danny had smoke with me and G-Bay because the way I guess we was talking about Emmitt Smith. What's the issue?
So you were saying you and G Baby were saying Emmitt Smith is not in your top 10 list.
No. He's top 10 for me. He's top 10. He's like right at the, he's like the back end of 10, but he's not top 5.
Oh, if we talk about accolades and accomplishments here, he got to be. I said better. He's not. There are 10 running backs I found that are better than him. But all time, it's kind of like Kareem. Like Kareem has to be in the top 10. Like I kind of
So
have no
what
choice but to
constitutes
put him there.
them? Who's better than? Who would you say is better than Emmitt
My
Smith?
top 5. Okay, I'll give you.
Based
I'll
on
give you-
is it
couple
based on
names.
your eye test or what is it based on?
I got
Okay, so you got Barry, Eric Dickerson,
Definitely Barry.
Eric Dickerson, LaDainian Thompson, Marshall Falk, and you say Walter
Adrian
Payton.
Peterson,
Adrian Peterson too. Oh, yeah, I'm bugging. Yeah, I
Walter
forgot about
Payton.
Adrian Peterson too.
I thought O.J. Simpson was better. There was a couple more names I said. I think I said Earl Campbell. I think I said Earl Campbell. I said
Earl Campbell wasn't better. As much as I love Earl.
Yeah, I don't think
Earl was
yeah,
not better.
yeah, I wasn't with the Earl Campbell shit.
there's
It's
somebody
just-
else I
it's
said.
just-
I don't have them all in front of
It's
me.
just the main thing with me for Emmitt Smith is like I know he's the all-time leading
Oh.
rusher. I get
G
it.
baby, you think not Eric Dickerson, Edgerrin James is better?
Yes,
No.
that was the one. That was
Absolutely
the one.
not.
James.
Edgerrin, no.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
Y'all be disrespecting Emmitt Smith, bro.
He's not top 5.
Man, that's
Nah, I ain't. Nah.
Can I give you my 5? Can I give you my 5?
Yeah, let me hear.
Adrian
What's your
James ain't better than Emmitt Smith. That's crazy.
Number
Okay.
1, Barry Sanders. Number 2, Adrian Peterson. Number 3, LaDainian Tomlinson. Number 4, Walter Payton. Number 5, Emmitt Smith.
I'm not mad at that.
Emmitt Smith is better than Eric
This is
Dickerson.
my 5, right?
To
I got
me,
number 1.
hey,
You're wilding, Trey. Trey, you're bugging. You're wilding, bro.
let me explain. Let me explain. Because it's really, really close for me on that 5th one between Eric Dickerson because that dude's like breakaway speed is something that can't be denied.
It is
However-
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
However, as much as I bag on Emmitt Smith and the way people just kind of prop him up because he is the all-time rushing leader, we also can't forget that he is the all-time rushing leader.
Yeah.
One of the things that made that dude special, okay, cool, you're right. He runs 4.6. He ain't finna break off a 90-yard run. But that dude's lateral quickness and his toughness, being able to have your shoulders separated against the damn New York Giants, and you turned around and went crazy on them.
Well, here's the thing. I think, Mike, for me, I do like just better running backs. Like, I know all time, like my nigga, he has to be there.
Yes.
What is
I didn't
Emmitt
say
Smith's-
Marshall
what-
Falk either. Marshall Falk is
What
better.
you guys
He's
think
talking
Emmitt
about
Smith's
just like-
weaknesses?
Marshall Falk is better than Emmett as well. I didn't say
No,
anything
he's
either.
What'd you say?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one because of what he did in the passing game, but he's not a better runner of the football than
No, he's not.
No, but I didn't say that. I said running back. running back.
I think there's 5 better runners.
You're going to
What's
add-
your opinion about Thurman Thomas?
He's not better than Emmitt Smith.
No.
I'm
Just,
not.
yeah,
He's-
No, he's a good one. He
asking.
was nice. He was
He was
nice.
He was nice. I'm just asking.
I like Thurman.
He's underrated.
Very underrated.
I'm not gonna put him in my top 5.
No.
He's in my, like,
I just
top,
asked opinion on him.
I just feel like Emmitt Smith is the Kareem of the NFL. I feel like
That's probably fair, but I also value Kareem a lot more than you do.
yeah, because I
Yeah,
don't think
that's true.
Kareem is really all that. You feel
I've
me?
I've heard Joe takes about Kareem, and I find them to be highly disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, in the way I said it was probably OD, but overall, like, no trolling side note. I just think, Like with Kareem, I feel like, yeah, you got the most points. That's great. That's cool. I respect your longevity.
You ain't top five.
But you're not better than Hakeem. You're not better than you're not better than Hakeem. I'm sorry. You're not better than Shaq. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
You're not
Like,
better
you're
than
not. Like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. So Emmitt Smith, I give you the longevity. Like, that's great. That's cool. You're not better than Barry. You're not better than Eric
AP.
Dickerson.
You're not better than LT.
You're not better than these
Like,
dudes.
There's a legitimate argument that Adrian Peterson is the greatest runner that I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I agree with that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The runner of the football, there ain't no one better.
Runner of the football, yeah.
Like,
He was electrified.
The thing that kind of keeps him from being that is the fact that he was literally a liability in everything else. Like
he
fumbling the football.
He fumbled. Yeah, AP had carry issues.
He would fumble the ball, even though this man might have the strongest handshake I've ever felt in my life. This man had stone hands for a good half of his career, which is also insane to me. And on top of that, he literally was awful in pass protection, not because he couldn't do it, but just because he ain't want to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't have the desire.
It reminds me like James Harden trying to play defense. He just don't play defense.
And I'm for sure taking Eric Dickerson when he had nobody around him and he was just a workhorse and him doing the shit.
But that's also a fair point. My only thing is, I get that people prop Emmitt up a little too much for my liking in terms of what he was physically, but his patience, his lateral quickness,
his IQ,
his contact balance, and the ability.
That's right. What's good, Bob? What's good, Bob?
Kareem ain't do nothing.
Yeah, he ain't do shit.
And then for everybody in the chat to clarify,
just Kareem catching.
Y'all are saying, oh, well, if you compared Emmitt Smith to Kareem, he's got to be top 3. Guys, Kareem isn't top 5.
That's crazy.
He's only in the top 10 out of respect
wait.
for what he's done in his longevity.
G-Baby, why did someone in the comments say Marion Barber?
That's crazy.
Are you good?
RP, but that's crazy.
Marion Barber, what? Yeah, RP. But somebody did say they're taking peak Jamal Charles over Emmitt, and I don't disagree.
Whoa, no.
Peak Jamal Charles. I don't disagree.
Are you taking peak Derrick Henry?
No.
Hey,
Trent, you gonna love this. Taking peak Nick Chubb.
Y'all crazy.
You trolling.
Y'all crazy.
Hey,
I'm just asking questions.
Peak CJ2K.
I was just gonna say that. Peak CJ2K.
I'm taking CJ2K, and I ain't thinking twice.
No.
Peak CMC.
No.
Peak CMC.
No.
Peak Saquon rookie year.
No.
Give CMC that old line, baby. What are you gonna do?
Peak Alvin Kamara.
I'm not gonna lie. If we talking about peak,
this is why.
I ain't gonna Trey real quick. If we talking about peak, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Let me go look at this damn list. I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking Barry, AP, LT, Marshall Faulk,
Steven Jackson.
Not even.
I'm
taking
peak Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, not too much on my guy. He's finally fully recovered. Yo, shout out to him. That man's a hero. But he's too long in this conversation.
Listen. It's been 2.5 hours, bro. I think it's time to cut wraps before everybody get too tired, bro. Appreciate everybody for being on here, man. Like the video on your way out. Before anybody goes, bro, is anybody final words before we head out?
PC Wrestling. We did it.
We got it.
Is lit. Hey, me and Trent, we're gonna be live at the Royal.
Y'all like people wrestling their title whiteys.
See my age, duh. When y'all see the picture,
y'all like niggas wrestling their title whiteys and shit.
No, when y'all see.
Look at Mookie being a hater.
Hey, I'm just saying. See this picture of me and G baby, y'all gonna see why this nigga gonna be my
son.
Look
at Mookie being a hater.
I ain't
being a hater.
Shout out to The Rock, man.
Now this is crazy because
PC Wrestle 23. I'm gonna see my son G baby at the Rumble. Bob Kareem not top 5. Sorry to tell you.
Whoa!
I'll pull up the players.
He's not.
I'll pull the players.
He's top 5. Stop it, bro.
No, he's not.
Who's better than y'all? Hakeem,
Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq,
Kareem clears LeBron. Don't.
What?
Yes.
Mookie,
End the show, Dub.
Y'all have to build one.
Yes.
Be safe.
Hold on, y'all be thinking I'll be saying something out of the moon, man.
Kareem is nowhere near LeBron.
Kareem don't touch LeBron.
Yes, he does.